Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You know the saying,
every day I'm hustling.
Stay hungry, stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm gonna remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Dolla Dibiase Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. You look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. A hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game could see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Ness GTO. What's up? What's up? We are back to discuss what's turning into some sort of a saga now. Some sort of crazy story here with Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Oleksandr Usyk. Our title, Hypocritical Anthony Joshua wants $20 million plus step aside for Tyson Fury versus Usyk to happen. It's funny. It's funny that we're talking step aside money. He specifically said he would never take step aside money. Now he wants 15 million pounds, which turns out to be like 20,400,000. Trying to get Tevin Farmer on the show. We all know he's got that fight with Ryan Garcia. So I'm texting, sorry. But yeah, man. This is the daily. Let me see who's reporting this, man, too, because oh shit, look who texts. Tevin just. All right, Tevin and the manager text. Sweet. We might end up getting them sometime. Where was I? I was trying to give you the source because I don't know that I believe the source, but I don't know. I got to ask Rob. Rob, if you're listening, how credible is the Daily UK Star, I think it's called? Let me see. Where are you? Boom. Yeah, dailystar.co.uk. It's not like I haven't used stuff from here before, but, new year, trying to be a better man. I think I should say this. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not from the UK, so, but maybe this site can get a little, tabloidy. I don't know. But look, I use TMZ all the time. They're definitely tabloid and only shoot for the stars. So, you got to take the information and see what happens. But they're reporting that they have learned that Anthony Joshua is willing to take 20 million, roughly 20.5 million to walk away from the Usyk fight, but he must get the winner. Now, it's funny because obviously this is what everybody was saying to Wilder, even though there was never an official contract sent to Wilder that I know of. You had guys like Bob saying Wilder should accept step aside money. And, that he could guarantee him the winner. Now, no one believed that, right? Because everybody's like, man, whatever. Like, this dude's literally going to court just to get the first fight. Or rather, the third fight. So, like, if you really step aside, are you guaranteed the winner? So I understand why Wilder never stepped aside, but, maybe these guys understand each other, and Anthony would be willing to step aside and somehow is guaranteed the winner. But the Daily Star Sports understands that Joshua would expect somewhere in the region of $20.5 million to walk away from the Usyk fight, while also being guaranteed a shot at the winner. Again, you have to give White some money, and the article is also reporting that White would want somewhere around £5 million, which is going to be like 6 maybe and some change American. Yup. God damn. 6.8. He wants 6.8. That's a lot of bread. Remember, he was being offered a AJ fight for $4 million with no rematch clause, and he turned that down. Interesting, bro. So that's a lot of money to give two people just to make one fight. But again, if you got some Middle Eastern, some Saudis, somebody with some big money paying it, you find a way to make it happen. But this is the reports, man. This is the news for today. What is that? Wow, they got video ads over there. My bad. So yeah, this is some pretty big news, I think, because AJ needs time. A lot of people believe he needs time with his new trainer. We all know Ronnie Shields doesn't really want to go into the Usyk fight. He would rather him not take the Usyk fight straight. So it's interesting. Now, I got a quote here that says, talks were ongoing for Fury to fight Usyk and AJ to fight the winner, but then Dillian Whyte got called as a mandatory and had to come into the talks, which made it a lot harder, and everyone gave up. So this was already allegedly in the works until the WBC mandated Dillian. So it's interesting, man, because remember, there was a deal in principle with AJ and Fury when Fury had to get through Wilder. They've always known, those two, Anthony and Fury, have always known that the money is there, That's why Fury was trying to get out the Wilder fight. He understood the money was there. So when you understand the money's there, it's not really hard to make a fight after all, because, again, you believe the money is there. They've showed it to you. Maybe they put it in escrow. I don't know. Giving you something up front in good faith. So many ways to show you and to reassure you that the money is there. But I think that's why we're even having this conversation. Now, again, I'm still going to give Joshua the benefit of the doubt and, believe that he can still come out and say, no, I already told you guys once. I don't even know why would you ask me again. I activated my rematch clause. I said I would never take step aside money. This is all, funny to me. And I would understand all that. But there is a lot of evidence that points in the opposite direction. Again, we know Ronnie doesn't want to go straight into the Usyk fight. We know that AJ was considering Ronnie. He trained with Ronnie. He even flew him out to Dubai with Robert Garcia. I'm doubling down on he better not get Robert. No disrespect to Robert. He knows I love him. He knows I know that he's a big person with a big heart and a lot of understanding. He and I, could have ended up enemies, and instead he's a down to earth guy. Made me do some push-ups, and the relationship continued. That being said, he himself did an interview with me where he said he doesn't like training heavyweights. So, does that change because you get the biggest name heavyweight or one of the biggest name heavyweights? He told me heavyweights are lazy. The last heavyweight he trained was Mike Perez. So it's just like, how is Robert even being considered? Then you got to think the cultural, it's just there's gonna be a culture shock and a hard adjust. The music that gets played in the gym, Big G's in there. He's only talking Spanish. It's just a lot for AJ to consider. Where instead, he's with Ronnie. Obviously, he's with Jamal. And, any other American in the Houston area, you know what I'm saying? That is more relatable to him. And then the sparring, like he's now don't get me wrong, he's always paid for sparring and flew sparring in, so it's not going to be any different now that he's got to fly sparring into wherever Robert is. But again, if Robert hasn't had a heavyweight, he's not really looking at heavyweights. He doesn't know who's good sparring. Like he's not even paying attention to those divisions. And maybe he is paying attention, but you think he's paying attention to what prospects are good and should be good to bring in? Okay, and what are you going to do now? Give that job to someone else? No, Ronnie's on the beat. Ronnie knows. Why? Because he's got heavyweights, man. He's trained heavyweights. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see who Anthony Joshua picks, but you want to hope either of those guys will tell him, hey, if you want me to train you for the Usyk fight, I can do that, but I prefer not to. I prefer you take a step aside. I prefer you give me some time to work with you, and maybe that's why we don't have a date. Maybe we don't have a date. Maybe we don't have a location because AJ and Eddie have, found a way to get a little more time for AJ to figure out what he's going to do and who he's going to be training with. I'm not saying that the ethnicity matters, Lone Wolf. I'm saying when they get to talking they language, like Robert Garcia just posted a picture of him and Mikey and his dad. And he said, just spoke with Mikey boxing, big things coming. What language you think they were speaking? In English or Spanish when Big G only speaks Spanish? Like, stop fronting, man. The whole gym is Latino. Like, they're going to be having some reggaeton in there. They're going to be having some mariachi in there. And AJ ain't going to know what's going on. So let's stop. You guys, I'm at the time my man out. You want some non-boxing talk, man? Goodbye. Yeah, man, like, come on. Like, it ain't gonna be different. He ain't gonna need a translator every now and then. Like, come on. I remember there was talks of him and Eddie Reynoso. Like, make it make sense, bruh. Make it make sense. At least Robert knows English. You know what I'm saying? But in the clutch, I want you to talk to me through a translator. Man, get the fuck out of here, bruh. But hey, man, to each his own. If that's what y'all believe, that's what y'all believe, man. That's what y'all believe. But a little quick side note, WBC announced that Conor Benn Mario Barrios, Mauricio Laura, Lee McGregor, Chris Billingsmith have been removed from their rankings this month as they have not registered for VADA clean boxing program. But they still have an opportunity to enroll, so somebody like a Barrios and even a Connor may decide to enroll. I remember Shakur didn't enroll one time, and he's like, if I'm not fighting for that belt, what am I paying for that for? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing all that for? So I don't know. Everyone makes a Nah, Big Nick. I talk to my parents in English, bro. It's different for me. I was born here. You know what I'm saying? We talk English. I mean, my mom still speaks Spanish, and so does my dad. But like, look, I told y'all we went to dinner. They came down here, and we went to dinner, and yeah, everybody was speaking English. You know, obviously, you know, here and there you say some words, but we were pretty much speaking English. Again, Big G is Spanish speaking only. I've met them. Like, these dudes are just trying, you know, they trolls. You know, this is what people do on the internet. But like, I've met Big G. I've interviewed him. He doesn't know English. You know, I'm sure by now he understands a little more than he has in the past. And I'm sure, like Canelo, he could kick out a few words. But for the most part, my man speaks only Spanish. But look, it is what it is. You guys want Robert Garcia? Cool, man. Are we voting for Robert here, or are we just hating on something Ness said? Because it's very simple. If you condone and you like the idea of AJ with Robert, you know, raise your hand. Say that you like it. That's all right. That's all right. I'm raising my hand saying the opposite. I'm saying I don't like that. I'd rather him pair with Ronnie. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather him pair with the dude that trained legit, legendary heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys are worried about the wrong thing. I'm more worried about who he's gonna mesh well with. You know, you guys are making it about race and ethnicity. I clearly said Robert hasn't trained any heavyweights but one, Mike Perez. This is the point. But you guys can pick him. Pick him. Let it be let it be Robert with his inexperience at training heavyweights. No problem. No problem at all. You know? But this is the news, man. It's funny because I feel like we're receiving it pretty normal. And I remember when Bob, you know, when Bob had put this out in the media for Wilder, like, oh, Wilder should accept step aside money, and we'll guarantee him the winner. You know, people were in an uproar. They wanted him to. They didn't want him to. It's like with AJ, he's lost his luster, man. You know, people don't come out the way they used to for AJ. It's strange, and obviously they do in ticket sales. But you know what I mean. I think he needs that good win, man, and maybe, you know, obviously going right into the rematch is what our poll indicates the public wants him to do. Well, actually, you guys are split now. Wow, as time goes on. The poll says, should AJ take step aside to allow Fury versus Usyk? First option is yes, he needs to step aside. 45% of the people believe that. And then the second option is no, fight Usyk per rematch clause. 45% of the people believe that. And then you got AJ would be a hypocrite if he does. 8% believe that, which means that's the same people that, or excuse me, adding to the percentage of yes, he needs to step aside, or rather no. Wait, if they're saying he would be a hypocrite, probably means they would pick no, fight the rematch, don't be a hypocrite. So that would add to that 45%. But AJ should retire. 2% believe he should retire, which is funny because when it was Wilder going into that Fury fight, people were just like, yo, retire. And for AJ, only 2% even are voting on that. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that, Ignorant Boxing. We seen Big G and Lil Robert Jr. In the corner live on TV. I forgot what fight it was, but think back. Robert was somewhere else. Big G was with Pita. So I don't know that he doesn't train. And remember, he may not train, but he has everything to do with Mikey. And Robert definitely looks on him for, mentorship. Remember, Big G was his trainer. So I don't know. It's a family affair. We all see that. Let me see if I can pull up that Insta post too, so you can see, I guess, their most recent group picture, family picture. Garcia book sale. Look, every picture is with his dad, bro. You kidding me? Let me screen share this. Look, last 3 out of 4. Look, father, son, and oh wait, they're both sons, right? Because that's Mikey is his brother. So yeah, but this is the one I was talking about. That's the most recent. And he said, good breakfast, great meeting with Team Mikey Garcia and our father, the Big G. Big things coming. So come back possibly for Mikey. Look at Mikey showing off the Bentley. Beautiful. Yeah. So I don't know. Big G's always there, man. He's always there. He is always there. Look. See, that was for the Virgil fight, Super Mex said. He said that was the Virgil fight where Pita was there with Big G. So I'm telling you, fellas. And that might have been why they lost Verge, because he did, even though he said he denied all that Coppinger shit, he did deny it, but is he I don't think he is with Robert anymore, right? I mean, and then Robert and Pita both came out and had their own video on their YouTube channel basically confirming that Virgil left, even though Virgil was out on Twitter, obviously saying that he didn't leave them. So I'm sure Virg is not with him anymore. There was rumors of the Eddie Reynoso. I don't know what's going to happen with that, and I don't know if it did. I lost 11 days, so it could have happened within that time. But shout out to Robert. If he gets the job, he gets the job. I just don't think that he is qualified from a heavyweight standpoint, From a heavyweight standpoint, he hasn't had his eyes on the heavyweights. He hasn't had his eyes on the up-and-coming heavyweights. So, he would have to give that job to someone else to find sparring, or now whoever was already finding the sparring continues to do that, and we don't know if that's the issue, not getting him the right type of sparring to prepare him for battle. So it's interesting to see, man. All this is great, for boxing. If he takes the step aside money again, boxing is like that soap opera, something we never thought he'd do. I don't know that he does, because he's had such strong words against taking step aside money, against guys that don't go straight into the rematch. I mean, he had some words, like he's like, yeah, I sit back and I see these legends telling me not to go fight, not to go to war. So it's like, yo, this dude ain't stepping aside. He's just not. But then we hear this, and listen, $20 million not the fight. We all know AJ makes a lot of money. But $20 million not the fight, That's a lot of money. My man makes what? Like 36, 32, 30 million, right? 26 million. 20 not to fight, 20 to go and chill with your new trainer and work on shit. Oh, that's amazing. But again, I'm the same dude that told Wilder the same thing. But I bet you if he'd have took that step aside money and he'd have worked with my mans in them, Malik Scott, and he'd have got a tune up like we telling AJ to do, shit would have been different. It would have been different. I don't know that he would have beat the Fury fight, but we wouldn't be talking about retirement, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I could still be wrong again. But, you know. Let me see if Tevin hit me back. Because I see Brandon hitting them up. Let me double check. Because I be getting lost in my show. No, I said that. Supermex is saying it just goes to show that money talks. Because Robert said on my show once that he wouldn't never train a heavyweight. That's what I'm saying. And maybe that's something that the AJ fanboys need to do. Go through my interviews with Robert, find it, clip it, send it to AJ. Because AJ said himself in some video somewhere, like, yo, everybody wants to train me, but, you know, they want to check. They think it represents a check. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, I'm not saying that's what Robert doing, but I'm just saying, when did it change? When did it change? You know? When did it change? Okay, so you think Eddie... Boxing pound for pound, Jack says, I guarantee Eddie the one who suggested AJ. And I don't disagree with you because obviously the money man is Eddie. He's the one that is getting these deals. You know, he's the one that's talking to these people in the Middle East, you know. So I'm sure that it's Eddie trying to protect his investment. But the issue with that is that the article states that talks, and I quote, talks were ongoing for Fury to fight Usyk and AJ to fight the winner, but then Dillian White got called as a mandatory. So it seemed as if he had already agreed. And again, you know, your promoter telling you to take step aside is one thing, but your new trainer or the new trainers you're looking to get basically telling you the same thing, it might influence you. No, you don't think? You can be slightly influenced by legendary trainers telling you maybe it's better to take a little bit of a tune-up. Maybe it's better to give me more time to work with you. I mean, these are the quotes, you know. You can't make this stuff up. Now, again, Dillian White is the new issue. You know, Dillian White has become the new issue. He himself wants some step-aside money to move out the way. And there might be a contract that he wants, you know. He may want some sort of guarantee at someone if he's also stepping aside. So, you know, this could all end up in much of nothing. Simply because there's too many mouths, you know, to feed. You know, there's too many people to cut a check. But again, if that Saudi money is coming in, that Middle Eastern money is coming in, as big as it normally does when Eddie gets his deals, it won't be a problem to give away, what we talking, 27.5, something like that, between AJ and Dillian to allow this super fight. So, I don't know. Pretty interesting to see, can Eddie get it done? He's definitely proven that the Saudi money is real. So it's more about convincing all the parties. For White, I think it's a good option, especially when right now you haven't been able to, I know Eddie put in a petition, but we've heard nothing from the WBC as to whether or not they're going to revert on their original ruling of 80-20 split. 80 for the champion Tyson, 20 for the challenger White. Their interim rule states that Dillian should receive 45% split as the interim champion, but obviously Top Rank, who has a good relationship with the WBC, went to the convention and in the convention petitioned for Tyson to receive 80, and it was granted. So now they would have to revert back on that original ruling in order to make Dillian happy, which I don't see happening. So it might be in Dillian's best interest to pick up this nearly $7 million step-aside check. Mikey had to fight Vargas, albeit not a $7 million worthy opponent. He still had to actually fight to make that $7 million. Whereas Dillian, you just got to step aside. You just got to step aside. So, I don't know. I think it's not a bad deal for Dillian White. He's waited this long, and he's in this weird 20%. And I don't even know, what is the pot for Fury White? Is there a pot? Are they really going to put that on pay-per-view? I highly doubt it. We've had plenty of callers call in here telling us there's no way two Brits are doing, a U.S. pay-per-view. So, I don't know. Now, this is Fury's last fight, and it would be for Undisputed. That would be interesting if he beats Usyk and now he's a free agent. That's crazy. That's crazy. That would put him in a fantastic position. With no belts. Just a moral victory. He got a $120 million deal from Top Rank after fighting to a draw with Wilder. They gave him a $120 million deal. They gave him Schwartz, Wallin, Wilder. That's been his deal. One more fight left. So he killed it, man. With no belt, he got that deal. Imagine with all the belts. Top Rank gonna end up, I don't know how they gonna do it. They're gonna have to. I'm sure ESPN. Hawk, what up, champ? I'm sure ESPN will open up the war chest because they don't want to lose that guy. They don't want to lose that guy. So it's going to be interesting. Ignorant Boxing says he believes Fury retires if he gets all the belts. I doubt it, man, for the reasons I already stated. There will be a bidding war for him. There'll be a bidding war for him, bro. If you got all the belts and you just beat Usyk, bruh, every network wants you. Every network wants you, man. I don't see him retiring without picking up that new deal that would be out there again. It would be a new deal based off now being not only the lineal champ, not only the man to beat the man, but the man to reclaim his status and the only undefeated heavyweight. AJ has losses, Wilder has losses, and if he beats Usyk, he would have a loss. I mean, he would be worth every cent. He would be worth every cent, and you know that he can sell in terms of his marketability and his mouth. You know, he's gonna sell a fight. He's gonna talk about his opponent. He's gonna. I mean, he kissed Schwartz. You know, and CYP, you're right. You're right. His biggest numbers are with Wilder, but that doesn't mean that he won't be the biggest commodity. You know, especially if this is his last fight and he's a free agent. Like, I'm not arguing about these Wilder fans. I tell you, I'm not arguing about him being a bigger draw than Wilder. I'm arguing that he would be the last undefeated heavyweight with all the belts. He says no bidding war because numbers say no on his own. You're crazy. Bro, how you not going to do a bidding war? He's literally being offered so much money that they can pay step aside to two men nearly $30 million worth of step aside. They don't need ticket sales. They got people willing to pay for him with fights. Like, I get it though, man. They be mad. They be mad Wilder's not in these conversations. Listen, I tried to put Wilder in this conversation when he was offered $20 million step aside. You know, he was received with hatred. AJ, no one is mad if he takes it. I mean, like I said, the poll states 40-something% or more want him to step aside. Yeah. You ain't lying, George Foster. Wilder fans make it into a popularity contest, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about him having all the belts, him being undefeated, him having beating two heavyweights in the top 5, and there's only one last person for him to fight, which would be AJ, who at that point, I can see Ignorant Boxing's point about Fury maybe retiring, because at that point it's like, why do I even fight AJ? But I think that having all the belts, the bidding war amongst networks and you know, people that want to air the fight will entice them to stick around, even if it's for a one-off. Even if it's for a one-off with AJ, you know, the money would be there. The money would be there. I would assume it would continue to be in the Middle East. Obviously, if they're willing to pay for Usyk, they're going to be willing to bring AJ back because that's what they first wanted before Wilder had to take him to arbitration. So we'll see, though. We'll see how it plays out, because we've been here before where guys should or said and step aside, and it never really happens on this level. You know, the only one I know on this level is Broner, and I know obviously a lot of you guys are going to argue that he's not on this level, but, you know, I would still argue, even though he hasn't done a pay-per-view at that time, you know, losing to Maidana and before the Maidana fight, he was on an all-time high. So he took step aside for the Maidana fight, which opened up the doors for Mayweather. You know? Casual guy says, please don't say Wilder's name in vain. You guys are terrible. The obsession with that man is insane, I swear. Jeez Louise. And look, and then you got LV right back. If we talking heavyweights, Wilder name will always be brought up. Hashtag most exciting in boxing. I mean, the truth is, 2 Wilder fans brought him up. Like, you and CYP. We were actually talking regular boxing before then. But he is exciting. That's why I don't want him to retire, man. Excuse me. Plenty of fights for him to fight, man. Yo, LV. You are funny, yo. Yo, you got to be part of the live chat if you want to have some live laughs. I'm telling you. Oh, man. Look at this guy. Calls Mike. You were talking about music in Spanish. Man, get out of here, bro. We were talking about music in Spanish in the Robert Garcia gym. Talk about take it out of context, huh? These guys. I'm going to go ahead and open up these phone lines, man, and see who's out here. These AJ topics, man, I'm going to have to get... You guys don't care about AJ no more. See, LV, no, what was it? It was CYP. It's only when Wilder's involved do y'all care about AJ, I see. Damn, AJ taking step aside money on his own with no Wilder. I don't really care. Should have went with my Jamal Charlo topic, right? We got some callers, so let me go ahead and open it up.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right, let me see. Looks like we got Julius. What up?
Morning.
Morning, champ.
I'm on the drive doing Uber, man, in Lakeland, man. Beautiful day out here. My view is, come on, AJ, man. No step aside money. Go in there, get your belts back. If you lose, you lose. You come back, get a tune-up fight somebody else. But I'm not with no step aside money. What is the step aside money is? He was one of the biggest fighters, well, the biggest draw, and you're going to step aside. You already got enough money. Your belt got taken. Go get it back.
All right. It's funny, Supermax is sending me this Francis Ngannou article, and I had put that in the pre-pro earlier with the Francis Ngannou and the Tyson Fury split pick, because a lot of people are suggesting that somehow Fury and Ngannou will end up in a fight together. I just don't see Dana White somehow putting Fury in there with Ngannou. It hasn't gone well for the UFC, I think the last person they beat was like James Toney, who we all know shouldn't be in the ring. So I don't know that Dana's gonna be willing to do the alleged clash of the Titans versus Fury and Ngannou and lose another commodity in his business. But I don't know. I'm bringing it up because, again, allegedly Ngannou fights this weekend, and a lot of you boxing fans are MMA fans, which is crazy, and you keep suggesting this. And I get it. I guess it's like another Floyd versus McGregor in some weird way. I'm being told his contract expires with the UFC on Saturday, so he'll be a free agent, making this all more possible. Yes. So there you go. Don't expect me to know anything other than this. I'm not into the MMA. But I would watch Fury beat up an MMA dude so we could have another win over an MMA dude. It's us versus them. That sport versus this sport. That's how I look at it. We're in a competition here. So if we got to send Fury to whoop on this kid, he'll whoop on this kid. But I'm seeing people saying Ngannou going to lose this weekend anyway. So I don't know. Does that take the luster out of the fight if he loses? I don't know because I don't watch it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But keeping the phone lines moving. Looks like we got James Benitez. What up?
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives. It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
In your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, what's up, Ness? Good morning. Can you hear me?
What up, what up, what up?
Yo, man. Yeah, man. Nobody really cares about this topic, man. It's kind of sad.
I'm noticing.
It's sad, man. You put in all this hard work, man, and the whole UK audience, man, they ain't gonna step up for their boy AJ. It's just a damn shame. But I think that's good money, man. I think he should take the step aside. And hey, man, what champion does Robert Garcia even have, man, on his roster? Didn't all his fighters pretty much take a loss recently? Like all his top fighters?
Yeah, I don't think he has a champ right now. Unless it's like a Ukrainian that we don't know about.
I mean, would that even be attractive for you to go to, man? If you was a fighter, it'd be like, damn, all your top guys just lost, and I'm about to go work with you.
I don't know. Maybe he meshed well with him. Maybe it has to be something like that happened because I heard he flew him out to Dubai.
That's interesting. Because in the past, you're right. I do recall him saying that he was never going to work with a heavyweight. So somebody does need to clip that and send that to AJ. But, all in all, man, I really ain't got nothing today, man. I'm really hoping that Tevin Farmer and Ryan Garcia news is true for April the 2nd. That would be a good fight for both Tevin and Ryan. It's damn near almost like to the point with this topic today. You could have been talking about like Robeson Ramirez or some shit, man.
Robeson Ramirez is so funny you even say that, bro. I'm on everything. He fighting some weird looking dude named Donovan. Like the fight, I gotta show y'all the fight poster just so, like, bro. Dudes need to take a stand. Like, change the fight poster. At least Tank made them change the fight poster or change the opponent. Like, bro, look at this dude right now. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm screen sharing in T-5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He look a little old if you ask me. Look at that.
Man, that's a soft touch, man. That's a real soft touch, man.
They've been giving Robeson soft touch ever since that first loss he took.
So, I mean, he's going to have a stellar performance. Other than that, man, I mean, Wilder fans, man, they still reminiscent of the past, man, and they just not willing to let go, man.
For real, they be trying to come at you, too, like it's your fault.
Yeah, man. I mean, I do kind of wish that Wilder would step aside or took a year off and waited to fight Fury or something like that, or maybe another year, because we wouldn't be having these same conversations probably. He probably would look 10 times better, and he might actually won the fight, man. And that's probably going to be the one positive thing you're going to get me to stay on record, man. And that's my call, man.
All right. They saying it's the guy that beat Maloney. It damn sure ain't William Sabetta. And it ain't the dude that beat Josh Franco, because that's Sabetta. Wasn't it? We got Majimbe Boomerang.
What's good, Ness?
What up? Buenos dias.
To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna keep the same energy, man. I want him to step aside. I think he needs to step aside. I think he needs time. He needs time to mesh with whoever is gonna be his trainer. I doubt that it is.
Oh shit. We're going to pick up right where we left off once we get that back going. Damn, that's Skype with the reset. We didn't have a reset all day yesterday. So the guy's name is Eric Donovan, who Robeson Ramirez is facing. And it's going to be a 10-round fight, featherweight battle, February 26th at the OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. Damn, Robeisy on the traveling. Oh, wow. They sending him up the river. Crazy. I'm wow, in Scotland. I'm shocked. Let me get to some of these callers over here. Looks like we got Jaime, North Carolina. What's up,
Hello?
Chad? Good morning.
You hear me?
I hear you.
All right, good morning. We out here at work, getting it in. So I think AJ should step aside. I feel like he needs to take some time and, really get his head back in the game, because I feel like Eddie's just enabling him, getting rematches right after losses, and that's not going to do good in the long run. And, yeah, man, I'd rather see Fury Usyk, and then, if AJ gets his head back on straight, see that down the road. And shit, I wouldn't even mind seeing Ngannou Wilder, man. That sounds like a good fight they could promote in the U.S., if you ask me. But definitely, man, there's still a lot of great fights at heavyweight.
Remember they was talking about Wilder versus Brandon Marshall?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But, Wilder's still a big sell in America. And, I don't think AJ would sell as big as he was going to if he loses to Usyk again. He's going to have to, take maybe one or two other fights to get back in, the elite mix. But yeah, man, and I'm excited about Farmer Ryan. That's a good one for both of them. I fuck with Farmer a lot, and they have a common rival in JoJo. Well, kind of rival. Ryan pulled out of that fight. But,
bro, Ryan pulled out of so many fights this last year, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and that might set up a JoJo fight down the road. So that's a good look. But hey, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Regarding Border Wars.
Yeah.
You got any contenders at welterweight, man?
147.
Yeah, because I'm a small dude. I know I would like to compete, but
I possibly have some 147s. I think the best Big Fish was supposed to be 147, and he's moving up to 54 because his opponent fell out.
Okay.
We got a couple of people in and around that weight as well. It's a matter of them being available for this Border Wars, but. Hit me up on Instagram. Do you have Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, man. I'll look you up.
Look me up. Send me a message. Look me up. Send me a message letting me know that you want to be a part of Border Wars so that we can talk.
Yeah, if not this one, the next one, man. But I'm definitely interested. But that's my time, man. I'm gonna let you go. I'll still be tuned in.
All right.
I appreciate you, bro.
Nice. Appreciate you. Wow, I just found out all this stuff. Yo, so I'm telling you, so many people live in Florida. Trying to get up in that gym. I would tell you, but I don't know if this is secret camp. Ha ha! Let's go. Ooh. Wow. Remember Malik Hawkins fought Richardson Hitchens and he just beat him? Now is not for sure if Hawkins gonna fight again. Damn. Damn, he might have walked away from boxing to clear up his mind. Sheesh. I'm telling you, it's a hard sport, man, and we get so many fucking nobodies criticizing you and shit. It makes it tougher for these dudes. That mental illness shit with Ryan might be real. I'm telling you, because on his level, with all that damn social media presence he got, he must get hundreds of thousands of comments on his ass, man. So, I don't know. You just never know how a dude feeling. But my Gene Baby, your call got cut off. Apologies. Skype with the reset. Let's see if we can get it done.
Yes. You hear me?
Perfect.
Man, this damn snow, bro. It's crazy out here. Yeah, man, but like I was saying that I'm gonna keep the same energy. I wanted Wilder to step aside, and I want AJ to step aside. I think we need to clear up this heavyweight division, crown a king, and go from there. And I also think it's going to benefit him in the long run. He can make a comeback run. Maybe fight Dillian White again over there in the UK. I'm sure that will do numbers. And in regards to the Robert Garcia, I don't think. Can you hear me?
You said I don't think, and you kind of cut out, or you didn't speak.
Yeah, somebody called. I don't think that's gonna be Robert, even though I don't think that's a bad choice. He does have a track record, and
one fighter at heavyweight is a track record who never was a world champion.
Brother, boxing is boxing.
Nah,
At
man.
the end of the day,
nah.
it's still boxing.
You've been watching lightweights your whole life, man. Come on, man. Come on. You ain't even paying attention to that division.
No, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, man. I mean, I think it would be a good. I would rather Ronnie, but I don't think that's a bad choice either.
It's funny, man. It's funny because you ain't the only one, but my man literally said, I don't like training heavyweights, they lazy, and everybody's saying, nah, he's a good trainer. He the one said he don't like training them. It's crazy. I need somebody to find that interview I did with Robert. It was on the show too. It wasn't like face to face.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, I think maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years at the most, was that interview. But I don't know, man.
I wonder if it was after the Wilder loss and we was asking every trainer, hey, would you be interested in training Wilder? It was either after the AJ loss with Ruiz or the Wilder loss, I think. One of those two.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, AJ, he has lost his luster. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, maybe not with the UK fans, but worldwide, I don't think he's there anymore. And it's sad to say because, 2 losses don't define a career. You in this game, you're gonna take your losses. But yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. All right, let me let you go. It's crazy, Salvador. You would say you see me like, how is me telling you what Robert said and Robert's heavyweight resume as a trainer hating? I'm just pointing out the facts. He trained Michael Perez, who never got a world title. And he said himself he don't like training heavyweights, that they lazy. Like, how is this my problem and me being a hater? I swear, it's crazy. It's just crazy, this world.
Hello, ladies.
Anybody that knows me know I've been a player, whether it was in Alabama, Ohio, or anywhere around the globe.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've been smashing Telly Swifts, man. I didn't have to become a millionaire to get that caliber of woman.
Oh, yeah.
of the people's choices, one of the fans' favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd such as myself. He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
The AJ of trucking. What? Yep, Brandon in Cincinnati.
SDS Promotions.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say on this. Disappointing news. I would rather them take the rematch, win, lose, or draw. I ain't a big fan of stepping aside. I believe in stepping on shit. So hopefully he go ahead and take the rematch. That's my call.
What you think on the possible linkage with Robert Garcia or Ronnie? What do you think of those two choices? And then who would you pick?
Both guys world-class trainers, so they both great choices. I would pick Ronnie because he has a history of training heavyweights. Good ones at that, Hall of Famers at that. So I think he's the better option of the two. That's my call, brother.
All right. Mr. CYP.
Oh, man.
Give me the intro, man.
Nah. the name says it all. The name says it all, man.
But it's just not. It don't hit the same without some sort of beat.
Yeah, man. And at the end of the day, I don't know if you can get Tupac's Ambition of a Ride. I don't know if you can get that clear. So I don't know what song. You know, are many men wish death upon me? Like that'd be the song right there. Because we got a lot of dudes just upset, you know. And the reason why they upset is because they really like me and admire me and shit. And they hate the fact that I'm a real one. I think that's their biggest problem. They know I'm actually what I say I am. That pisses them off. Even with my own show, you get to see me in person every week. You like, damn, I like that dude. Damn it. I hate him. But I love him. All right, let's stick to the topic. When it comes to AJ taking a step aside, man, listen, I say don't do it. But as you notice, nobody cares and they get mad when you bring up Wilder. And I heard some people calling in saying us Wilder fans just can't let go. My man, let go of what? He's in the heavyweight division. Like, I don't understand this. They're talking about heavyweight. This is the heavyweight division. You bring up a person you like. Like when we talk about Canelo, we talk about all the people surrounding Canelo. We talk about Tank. We talk about all the people surrounding Tank. We do that every day here. If you guys hate Wilder so much, change the channel. You know what I'm saying? But don't change the channel. We love you here. Just stay your stupid ass out the chat. Don't get upset at us. But when it comes to the popularity, everybody knows that when Wallin and Schwartz and even Klitschko fought Fury, nobody cares. Fury is big because of Wilder, and they used each other. Let's be factual. But without each other, we know who the bigger star is. I'm trying to figure out how it's going to be a bidding war if he's not going to fight White on pay-per-view. White needs to be on pay-per-view before there's a bidding war so we can see exactly why he should get the bidding war that Canelo got, because Canelo is a pay-per-view guy. They sign you on pay-per-view and they bid for you because you can make them money, not break even. They want to make money with you, not break even. So I don't think there'll be a bidding war because White and Fury not pay-per-view, but I could be proved wrong if White does fight Fury on pay-per-view and the numbers are good. So we in limbo. That's all I got. CYP out.
I mean, I see what he's saying. But everybody's not in the pay-per-view business. But Valdez and Shakur don't get paid, or Loma. They don't get paid what Tyson pays. So maybe, you know, when you Tyson, you got to be in the pay-per-view business. I don't know. I just feel that at some point, they're going to try to put him on pay-per-view. I know that you don't think it'll work. And maybe you're right about White and Fury not being an American pay-per-view. But Big Baby is still out there, both of them. And I'm sure Top Rank wouldn't mind passing the torch to him. They know intimate secrets about him and Fury. I don't know that he can beat him anytime soon or anytime in the next 4 fights. You know, if they were to sign Fury to a 4-fight deal and then on that last one, it be But wait. Javier Caputillo says, Ness, send him to LA. I got someone who can help him. My uncle, Victor Hernandez, the late Chicanito Hernandez. Oh, brother. Why it took me forever to read brother? I'm like, because when I said late, and then I'm like, wait, but okay, so he's the brother, Chicanito Hernandez, who Floyd fought. Jesus Christ, Javier, you and your father and your fucking uncle, you guys are cousin now too. Jesus, and even your nephew, your cousin George's son looks like he's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be somebody, right? Like he's already on Instagram, probably 13 years old, getting more likes than 90% of the fighters out here, and winning nationals. I'm sure when he turns pro, he's gonna be a commodity. Crazy. That your entire family is really deeply rooted in the sport. What is this? International promoter. Someone emailed me. We'll see who you are later, my friend. But shout out to Javier Caputillo with the super chat. We'll see. Does AJ go that way, man? I don't know, man. It seems like he's got his mind made up. They say that he's flown Ronnie and Robert to Dubai to have more sessions and more, bonding. So I don't know. But that was great information. Like I said, man, your family is deeply rooted. We got Javier from one Javier to another in Anaheim. What up?
Yo, what up, Ness?
Chilling.
Yo, that call this. Yo, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Ness.
I hear you.
Oh, that caller got it right on the spot. He is kind of losing his luster, at least over here. He is, and I just think what's it called? He's like on the verge of either becoming the next Broner or Ortiz, where you could see the skill, but yet they can't get over the big fights, But I think Ronnie Shields is like a perfect fit. I remember what he did with Baby Bull. He made him a pretty good boxer, and I think if he stays disciplined, he could climb back on top. But I do want to see the what's it called against the Bronze Bomber. I think that fight needs to happen at least to draw more attention to themselves. And I think he could probably climb back up. But right now, I don't really see anything behind AJ at all. Like, I don't ever see him winning the big fights. I don't ever see him get up for those, But, yeah, that's my call.
All right. So I'm being told that the Conor Ben interview will be for today at 10:30. Which would be 7:30 CYP time, California. And the post is on our Patreon. I'll put the link in the live chat in case you want to ask Mr. Ben a question. And a lot's taken place. I'm going to have to go through my notes here. When it concerns Conor Ben, and I was prepped for this yesterday by my good friend Robert in the UK. And I'll pin it on Patreon for those that can't find it while I'm simultaneously tweeting it out and posting it on YouTube. All right. All that is now done. If you want to ask Conor Ben a question, hopefully you joined us and you heard this great information. It's pinned to the top. Let's see who's Coach Myers in Connecticut asked him a question. James Valdez in San Antonio and Mr. Adore. Shout out to you guys for supporting. We're going out to Troy in Baltimore. What up?
What's up, sir? Let me get you off speaker. Yes. Good morning. It's not going to be any step aside. I don't care if it's Joshua or White. Why would Joshua step aside for him in the first place? Money or otherwise. He still has a grudge against him when they they were supposed to, fight and all that. Then he kept making all these damn excuses. This is Fury I'm talking about. So he's not stepping aside. And White is definitely not going to step aside. I did an interview with his brother recently. He's not stepping aside. So Fury just has to fight White, and White just has to agree to take the 20% and let the chips fall where they may. No one is stepping aside for him.
All right.
And as far as trainers go, Tommy Brooks. Tommy Brooks is the name I keep putting out there. I had him on Spencer Farron's show not too long ago. That's the trainer I really believe he needs. Tommy Brooks is a trainer of legends, man. There's no living trainer currently, at least. There's no current trainer that's more accomplished than Tommy Brooks. Not a one. Absolutely. You could name any name you like. There's not a one out there. All right. Well, have a blessed day, man.
You too, my friend. Keep up the good work on your show. Steve in the UK, who celebrates 12 months of membership. Where is the $20 million coming from? Who's paying AJ? The article doesn't say. It just says that the Daily Star Sports has learned, that AJ is willing to take 15 million pounds. But yeah, there's no disrespect so to you and everyone else, right? The member free chats that you guys get, those are only shown on YouTube. I don't see those unless I'm actually watching the live YouTube. So again, no disrespect. It's just I need to be watching the live YouTube, and every now and then I'm not, so I might miss one. That being said, we got another one from Best Dad Ever, I think. I think he changed his name to Mr. Steal Your Chin, who is celebrating 6 months of membership. Says, shout out to Controversially Correct, the whole panel 100 emoji, keeping me and my wife entertained every Wednesday. If AJ step aside, it shows weekends. Bomb squad emoji. It shows weekends. I don't know. Maybe he meant something like weakness and it misspelled. And Controversially Correct is Mr. CYP's show. Let's see here. We got Hawk in Maryland. What up?
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up?
Ain't too much. I ain't got too much on this one. But first of all, the Mr. CYP show is fire. They be talking about some real shit with real content. But on to the AJ, man. I think AJ, if he ain't ready to go by like May, he should step aside. And what is the cut that because he just signed a lifetime contract and he gets a loss. So you think they really want him to have losses back to back? And what is the cut that Hearn get if he does take the step aside? Because Bob got like $800,000 from Tio's little cut when he fought on Dazn. What would Hearn and him get if he do take the step aside? 2 or 3, 4 million?
I mean, to Hearn it don't matter because he's the one finding the money. He the one finding the money for the Usyk fight, so it's what he wants.
I'm saying if AJ steps aside, wouldn't his company get paid like Bob did?
He getting $20 million.
No, the $20 million is towards Joshua, right?
Yeah.
If he takes a step aside, how much of that $20 million does Hearn get?
That's between him and Hearn, right? Like that's between them in terms of what percentage they worked out because they got a lifetime deal. We don't know what percentage they worked out for this new contract.
Okay, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because what would affect if Joshua go out there and lose twice and he just signed a lifetime contract? Or if he let the other Fury and Usyk or whoever else fight let it get sorted out. Then he come and fight somebody or whatever and try to fight. But I'm just wondering how many hits can he take as far as taking losses on his as far as the fans coming back to see him. I know the UK fans are gonna keep coming, but he gonna lose America if he loses another one back to back. He ain't got no real fans out here, and I don't know if Hearn and them looking past if he loses back to back, if they looking at that, or should they take that 20 mil, let things happen, and then put him in there after that? You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. How they looking at his career after if he loses back to back?
If it's a business, they want him to take the step aside. But it's on AJ
right.
to
Okay.
take
Well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the page I'm on. I'm thinking Hearn wanting to step aside because if he loses back to back, I mean, it's just gonna go down and down and down. He's gonna lose all of his, prestige or whatever, all around the world. I mean, that's the way he got it, the way he had it. He don't even got it like he had it no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know about him taking the 2 losses back to back because he don't look ready yet. If he's still searching for training. So I just want to see the fights get made at least by May. Somebody heavyweight fight. That's my only point. But that's my call there, Ness.
All right, champ.
All right.
Brandon, let him know that I found him and I sent him a message. All he's got to do is call me and we can add him to the show. So it looks like we will be getting Conor Benn on the show. Welterweight. Let me set up my rankings here. He is number 7 in the WBO, number 9 in the Ring Magazine, number 6 in the IBF, and got dropped from the WBC, number 5 in the WBA. We got Big Gucci Nick. What up?
Yo, what up, Ness? Everybody, smash that like button, man. Smash that subscribe button, too. You know what it is. Pound for pound, best podcast on the planet. Hey, man, I'm a big fan of Conor Benn. I'm glad to hear he's top 10 on most of the sanctioning bodies, man. But I wonder why he was dropped from the WBC. That's kind of weird. But what I got to say about the AJ Fury thing, man, he should take that step aside. I mean, I don't think that Usyk fight was even close, man. He's got a lot of work to do. I feel like it'd be in his best interest to take the step aside. I think he needs to go down a little bit, man. That's a large step aside he's asking for. But I think it'd be in his best interest to take that step aside, fix all his flaws, and then step back in there with the winner of Fury Usyk. And I think that bag is going to be twice the bag as if he was to rematch Usyk. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's my call.
All right. Shout out to you, Big Gucci Nick. We got James Payne.
James Payne is my name, partner, how about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chilling in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody, better be waiting on the bitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
TBV, top of the morning. How the audio sound?
I'm going to get right back to you. Conor just called in. Conor, how are you?
Oh my goodness, we got there in the end.
We got here in the end, brother. Are you at the airport?
Yeah, that was set up.
Oh man, the service is horrible. Are you at the airport? We might have to do it another time. I can't. It froze up already. It's saying there is a poor network. He seems to be in the airport. Man. Unfortunate, right? All right. Well. Oh. You're back.
Sorry, can you yeah.
Yes.
Let me go outside. Yeah, I'm out. I've just gone outside. Is that better?
A lot better. Thank you. Thank you for moving.
It's freezing out here, just to let you know. Listen, ain't no America. It's like 2 degrees right now.
Oh my God! And I'm in Florida, man. It's
No, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that, bro.
You look good either way, man. You look good either way. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel really cold, to be honest. But I mean, apart from feeling really cold and jealous that you're in Florida, I mean, apart from that, life is good.
That's good. That's good to hear. So I guess the first bit of news that was announced is the WBC dropped you from the rankings for not signing up to VADA. Care to comment?
I wasn't aware, to be honest. But I literally just, when it's in the gym today, we're going to enroll. Of course, we're going to enroll. You know, I was obviously on holiday in Dubai, so I only just found out when I got back, to be honest. Which is fine, you know, because I'll just enroll and then you take the same position you was at before.
Speaking of position, I was letting the audience know that you're pretty much universally ranked amongst all the sanctioning bodies in or around the 5 or 6 position. Even on the ring, you're a top 10, number 9. How do you feel of your accomplishments thus far?
I mean, it's a blessing. I mean, it really is. But, I mean, I work extremely hard. And, you know, I had to make major changes to the life I was living. You know, and I did that from a young kid. You know, just really applied myself and chose to dedicate myself completely to the game.
Can you speak on those changes? Like, what exactly did you need to do to become who you are today?
Oh, mate, I mean, there's so many different things, from a personal level to my career to my training. You know, you think you're training hard until you actually really train hard and you really push the goals, you push the benchmark. I mean, you know, you get out of comfort zones. And that's really what it's about. I mean, you can't stay static in this game. And the minute you start going static, you go stale. So I've just got to apply myself and, you know, do everything I can to reach my full potential.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, obviously, your last fight with Chris Algieri ended in a 4th round knockout. Is that how you envisioned it? Did you think it would be over that quick? He was known as a durable fighter.
Beforehand, I thought, you know, this could go points, which was fine. But as soon as the first bell went and there was the first exchange, I realised that there's no way this is going 12. Like, no way. He wasn't fast enough. He couldn't punch hard enough. His ring craft. At the end of the day, everyone says experience. Every fighter I fight now is going to have experience on me. That goes without saying. Every fighter I fight now will have. And they're going to be banking on their experience. But, you know, sometimes that ain't going to be enough. So whoever they put in front of me next, you know, I'm quite confident in my powers, my strengths, and, you know, my boxing brain.
Now, it seems like you guys are interested in Adrian Broner. Do you think that's a fight that you can really entice him back into the ring? And how much do you really like that fight for yourself?
I really like that fight. Not so much as in, you know, it's going to help me get up the rankings, but more so it's a name that any man would want on their resume. Is he the fighter he was? I don't know. He knows that, and his team know that. But, you know, everyone I step in the ring with, I prepare for the best version of themselves. But I'm not sure about the fight happening. I think he's just got loads of demons he's got to deal with. And that's fine. You know, I get it. We all have demons that we got to deal with. Except, you know, his pains are just televised. So, you know, he's just got to deal with his issues and, you know, hopefully he comes back. I'd love to share the ring with him and have a tear up with him.
So you believe it's more about things going on in or outside his life and not financially? I thought it was a financial thing because he seems to ask for a lot of money on social media.
Yeah, but financial is also personal. So when I say personal life, financial is also that. And, you know, trust me, it's hard when you're going through stuff and you're dealing with things and you're in the public eye because no one really cares apart from televising your pain for people's own entertainment. So, you know, that's just the truth. That's just facts. And that's what's happened with Broner. He's entertained over the years, made plenty of mistakes, but who doesn't? So, you know, it's just one of them things, man. I hope he sorts himself out. I hope he gets a good team around him. He's back in the gym, fully working hard. Because, listen, there's big money fights to be made. If it really is just a money issue, trust me, I'm the fight to make. If it is a money issue, I'm the fight to make. And if you don't want that fight, then, you know, there's other issues going on.
Now, are you looking to make some sort of announcement about your fight before or after Virgil Ortiz and Michael Mickinson fight? I feel like Mickinson should be with Matchroom. Is that some sort of interest for you?
Nah, no interest, man. Not because of, oh, I'm scared. I mean, listen, you scared. No fighter is scared to fight any other fighter. I say that now, but it's the word the public throw around, and it's rubbish. I mean, you got to remember, I punch people in the face for a living three times a week. You know, so it's more so his style is just boring. It's in, you know, he'd managed to make my fight with him a boring fight, and I'm not about boring fights. There's never been one boring Conor Ben fight, you know. So unless he's got a world title, unless he beats Virgil Ortiz, then I have no interest because he isn't a massive name, and yes, he's just not got a fan-friendly style. One knockout out of 22 fights. He's just very awkward. He's good at what he does. He gets the win, but I'm all about putting bums on seats.
Are you interested in the U.S. debut, or does and this is me being a radio host, but does the Joshua Ruiz play in the back of your mind?
No, come on, man. Listen, a boxing ring's a boxing ring. There could be Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck sitting ringside. You wouldn't even notice. I'm so in tune. A fight's a fight, no matter where it is. No matter where it is. When you get in the ring and you get hit, trust me, you're in the room. There ain't no concern about this or that. A man's a man with two legs, whether he's British, American, African, Cuban, whatever. It's a ring's a ring and a man's a man. So it makes no difference to me.
Are there any of the sanctioning bodies that you're more keen on? Do you
No.
Are you a fan of the green belt? Do you believe in the WBO or the WBA? Is there any history because your father held some belt first and you want to get the one your father had?
Yeah, I'd like the WBC. Obviously, the green belt for me is obviously the main belt my dad had. He had the WBO as well. But I mean, listen, man, world champion. That's the goal. Whereas IBF, WBC, WBA, WBO. I mean, we could have fought for the IBO world title for the Algeria fight, and we decided not to.
Wait, you broke up a little. You said you could have fought for the
IBO.
IBO, okay.
Yeah, and then we turned that down. So defend my WBA Continental. I'm ranked top 5 in every governing body. So, listen, I'm just going to I trust my team. I've got the best team in the world. And what they're doing is they're allowing me to grow. They're allowing me to reach my full potential. They're allowing me to be the best version I can be before I fight for the world title, which is what every good promoter does. I ain't in no rush. I ain't in no hurry. Remember, 6 years in the game and top 5 in every governing body. And when you do the comparisons, the reason why I fight Vargas or Granados and Algeria is because you do the comparisons with Samuel Vargas and Virgil Ortiz, Amir Khan, Danny Garcia. I don't, sir. You then also do the comparison with Granados Broner, Granados Danny Garcia, Chris Algieri, Pacquiao, Spence, etc. So if they're good enough for them to fight, they're good enough for me to fight. And, if I'm beating them more convincingly than they have, well then, we can gauge the measuring stick there.
No, you're definitely making a statement in the fashion in which you're winning these fights and the names that you're choosing. And there's nothing, wrong with developing.
I don't choose. Let's make that clear. I don't choose. I fight. And, who they put in front of me. I'm not using that as a safety net. Oh, I don't choose. I'll say, I want the better fighter. They said to me, Robert Guerrero or Maurice Hooker. I've gone Maurice Hooker all day long. Maurice all day long.
Wait, you said who and Maurice Hooker?
Robert Guerrero.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
so you would go you would pick Hooker over Guerrero.
100 million%. 100 million%.
Okay.
I said to her, they'll go to me, who'd rather Maurice Hooker all day long? Because he's a lot fresher, he's younger, he's got a lot more left to prove.
Now, there's been some rumors. There's been some rumors of a possible Hooker fight. Is that someone you're looking at?
Oh, 100 million%. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I'd love that fight. The reason we're getting the Americans in, Virgil Ortiz, he just lost to Virgil Ortiz, broken hand. So, I plan on, doing a better job. And, just really letting people know, you guys want to rave about X, Y, Z. I'll continue to prove. There's a lot of doubt still, and I'll just continue to keep proving. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Now, do you think that the Brooke Khan winner would be interested in fighting you, or do you
Amir
think
Khan don't want it. Amir Khan don't. I know he don't because I've spoken to him about it. He's going to retire after the fight, but Brooke may possibly. He's mentioned the rematch clause, so you just don't know, man. It's all shambles at the minute.
Oh, so there's a rematch clause both ways?
Apparently. I don't know. I just heard about it and I just thought, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Silly. But let them do what they got to do. If he wants to claim he's the best welterweight in Britain or in the world, well then, mate, prove it then, innit? I'm there.
Do you think... I talked to Eddie and Ken Porter the day of the Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz weigh-in. I was in Vegas, and I spoke about you to them and a possible Sean Porter fight. And I asked Eddie, does he feel he can entice Porter out of retirement? Is that something you're interested in, a Sean Porter fight, or you feel like he's retired and you would need to see him say he's coming back before you can even think about that?
Listen, I'll take that fight any day of the week. It don't concern me. That's a fight I wanted. If he chose to retire, then that's entirely up to him. But I would have loved to have shared the ring with him. He's been in with the all-time greats, and this is really what I want to test the waters. Really, I wanted Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia next fight, April 23rd.
Wow.
Those are the names I wanted. So when you're talking to me about why I choose an opponent, yeah. So I just leave it to my team, though. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a pit bull on a leash. So
wait, but Mikey's on your side of the street, though.
Who, sir?
Mikey is on your side of the street. Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, I know. I'm all over that. So you can't listen. I'm not into the politics or all that in boxing. I just fight. Anyone they put in front of me, I'll fight.
Now, I don't know if you know, but Mikey and his dad and his brother just posted that they had a good breakfast and a good meeting and big things are coming. Was there an offer sent to them that they could have been having breakfast about?
Well, let's hope so.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
Okay.
Listen, as I said, I just got to leave it to my team, man. And I just take care of business in the ring.
So you don't instruct them to do certain things.
Listen, so far they've guided me good. So far they've done the right decision. So all I've got to do is beat the people up and do my job, and then they do everything else. And we make the perfect team.
Absolutely. I got a few questions from the people, and then we'll let you go. We got Coach Myers in Connecticut in America says Conor Benn versus Broner or Conor Benn versus Mikey Garcia. If you had both options on the table, which fight are you taking and why?
I would take... What would you say? Say the names again.
Your choices are Broner and Mikey.
I'd choose Mikey Garcia, man.
Nice.
Because he's a hard fight, and you thrive off that. So Mikey Garcia for me is a great fighter. By the way, I'm not slagging off none of these fighters. I mean, they're great fighters. So yeah, Mikey Garcia for me. If you're talking progression of career, I would say Mikey, but Broner's a massive name. So yeah, Mikey Garcia. That's the answer to the question.
All right. Next one is from James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas, here in America. He says, if it was up to you and it could happen, what would your next 3 fights be?
My next 3 fights would be, I'd fight April 23rd, Mikey Garcia, winner of Kell Brook Khan, and then Ugas.
Then Ugas?
Yeah.
Nice.
That would be my ideal. So yeah, that's my goal. You know what I mean? That would be my go-to.
Nice. I got Steve in the United Kingdom. He says, hey, Conor, thanks for coming on the show. I know you're now fighting past British level, but my question is, why did you and your team decide not to go after the British title?
We didn't swerve the British title. We done everything in our power to make that fight happen. But obviously the British title was with a Warren fighter, and the money we was offering for the British title. Obviously, we weren't on a Matchroom show. You know, they were being funny about dates, and it was supposed to happen on Fight Camp, and then it didn't happen. And I'm not I'm not waiting around for nobody. You know, at the end of the day, the guy who had the British title at the time, Jenkins, he can do what he wants then. Do you know what I mean? And he's lost his British title now, but I'm not going to wait around for people to mess me around. I'm at crucial years of my career. So I'm not gonna wait around. You know, if the British title weren't there, then you know we keep it moving. But we've done everything we could to make that British title fight happen.
All right, we got Mr. Adore, who says, which welterweight do you see yourself headlining against in America?
Virtual Ortiz.
Wow, you want all the smoke, huh?
You guys.
Nice.
Come on, man. Listen, you're not fighting for nothing. You know, people fight. It's what I do. I do this every day of the week.
Nice. We got a supplementary question here from Steve in the UK. He says, why do you think your dad hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame? Uh-oh, we lost him. Sheesh. Damn. Did he hear that? Connor. He's there. You there? Service isn't the best in the car, I guess. You gotta probably, when you drive off, we'll get better signal. We're almost done. I only got 2 questions for you.
I'll go. Just about to.
You there?
I'm driving.
It's all good if you want to do it another time, man. I know you're busy. We only got 2 more, but if you're busy and the service is bad, we could always link up again. Oof. Slowly coming back there. Uh-oh. We don't hear you. It's the service is definitely the service. And he's gone. Alrighty then. We'll see what happens. Brandon, keep us posted if he's interested in coming back. And I understand if he's not, bad service, bad timing. We had 2 or 3 more. We had to obviously talk about Boots. But he was going to say the right things. He said the right things about Virgil. There's no doubt in my mind he would have said the right things about Boots. Best dad ever and James Valdez. You didn't make the cut. Apologies. We got James in Tennessee coming back because we had cut you. Obviously, Connor joined us. What's up?
TBV out of audio sound.
You straight. Better service than Connor.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that, man. But big ups to Connor being for coming on the show. But we going to get into this James Payne lethal call, man. Top of the morning, TBV. Y'all know the best part of waking up. TBV in my cup, man. Y'all know the slogan from the 80s. Shout out to the TBV alumni that first brought this slogan around. So we got some AJ step aside talk going on, man. 20 M's. You know, that's enough dough to bake biscuits for the whole projects, B. You know what I'm saying? But, man, it's a lot of dough, man. A lot of dough rate me, but, man, the only problem with that is AJ looking real hypocritical out here in these streets. Like you say in the title, man. What happened to Backstreet AJ, man? What happened to Narcos AJ, man? I want that AJ, man. I want AJ that want to smoke with the whole heavyweight division, man. Man, I don't want this guy, man, this tipsy-turvy, topsy-turvy. Maybe he listening too much to his team too big, too many yes men, too many men telling him everything that he don't need to be hearing, man. If you a warrior, you a heavyweight competitor, you get in the ring and swing. We do it at Border Wars. I know AJ capable of it. But, hey, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not feeling Robert Garcia. as a trainer, I can give you reasons why. Let's name some names. Jose Ramirez.
Maybe he had to put the phone down, driving. I don't know, but thank you for calling in. We're gonna go out to Lidslow.
Get your ass in the ring and swing, man.
BoxingWords.com.
Hey, Daddy. Watching Big Man's game. This is Dolla beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta get out and think of motherfucker. That's what BoxingWords.com.
TBV was at it, man.
What up, what up, what up?
Man, everything kosher, man, on this slightly rainy day around, you know. But shout out to Baldy real quick. That my guy. Hey, as far as AJ, I think AJ should get in the ring and swing, bro. He goddamn lost to Andy. He came back and won. I don't personally think he could do it with Usyk, but I ain't knocking the man if he want to fight. Yes, 20 M's is a lot of money, but remember, that's a lot of money to... Nah, I ain't gonna say it ain't to them, but, you know, it ain't like he hurting for money. Now, that is said out the way. Hey, Ned, if Bozy call you back yet?
Bruh, he called me yesterday at 5 o'clock, man. I don't know why I be missing so many people calls. They say he called me yesterday at 5:25.
Well, hey, that's my birthday, by the way. 5:25. But anyway, hey, go on and call him back, bro. We gotta make this fight happen, man. We on boot ass, or at least I am. Line 6. Make sure you call in, bro, so we get this fight cracking, dog. Shout out to everybody. I'm out there, count.
Let's go. I got some super chats. Fred Robinson says he may as well retire. He got his heart snatched. No true champ would even entertain step aside. Then we got Mad Bet in Kansas City who says, hit the thumbs up. It's free. Step aside. Come back versus Wilder. I would love that. We going to Majid, Ohio. What up? No Majid. Omar, what up? Omar, what up?
Yo, what's going on, Ness? How am I sounding?
I mean, we hear your background. What, you in the basement? Moving shit around?
Yeah, a little bit, man. You could say that. Anyway, listen, so you're talking AJ, right?
I'm talking AJ saying he wants 20 million and a half to step aside.
Listen, man, if he did say that, right, and it's for me, it's a big if. He's probably in the same mindset that he was. You remember, and you'd probably know more than anyone, that interview where he infamously said, give me 50 million and I'll fight Deontay Wilder.
True,
I think he was in that same sort of mindset because, you know, similar to then, he's probably thinking, ain't no way they're going to offer me that. Because first of all, Fury and Usyk, it don't really do the same like sort of numbers that Fury and Wilder would do. So really, you start thinking to yourself, where's that money going to come from?
I mean, then, but they're saying it's from the Middle East. They don't care about numbers. They just want to bring the event to them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But listen, I don't know, man. I still think, listen, yeah, they've got money, but 15 million? And I mean, for me anyway, look, Fury Usyk, it's not really as big as, say, a Fury Wilder or a Fury and AJ would have been. But for me, I mean, it's all revolving around Dylan White because there's one thing we know about Dylan White. He's pissed off. And the last thing he wants to hear is...
he gets 7 million. According to the article, he wants 6.8, damn near 7 million. And he might take that because he already lost his 45%. He only getting 20% if he fight Fury. So you might as well take that 7, guaranteed not to fight, keep training, then fight Fury for the 20% because WBC, they would have to overturn their ruling. Top Rank literally went to the WBC convention and asked for 80-20, and they said, okay, now they're going to have to overturn that. I don't know that it's going to get overturned.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, but for me, like, I can't see Dylan White because I just think, right, because the WBC title's in litigation right now, right? So even if, let's say, from my understanding, if AJ accepted step aside, from what Bob Arum's saying, he's saying that Fury, if he went to fight Usyk, he couldn't defend his title, right?
I ain't see that.
No, because I think what Eddie's saying is basically, look, the way this sort of litigation's going on now is that Fury can't. He has to fight Dillian White next, or otherwise the WBC title is going to be. He can't defend it, so he can have another fight, no problem, but he can't have the WBC title on the line. So if he was to step aside,
I highly doubt that. The suit is not with Fury. The suit is with the WBC.
But that's the thing.
They
that's
can't stop. You can't. Dillian White can't stop Fury from fighting if he's suing the WBC. He's not suing the heavyweight champion of the world or the heavyweight WBC title. You can't sue the belt. Like, he got to sue the WBC. The only thing he could do, maybe, I think, is called put in an injunction to get this fight stopped. But even still, again, how could you make Fury responsible for something the WBC did? That's like Frezzo Quendo. Remember, he sued the WBA, and that's why he's still, after like 50 years old, ranked somewhere in his some fight somewhere. You know, like, but you can't stop the ball from rolling. And I could be wrong, but it don't make sense that they could stop the ball from rolling.
Well, that's true. But anyway, in terms of AJ, though, I do think secretly he probably would rather step aside because, look, who gives him a real shot against Usyk? I mean, he could. I mean, the funny thing is, right, I was thinking about it. So with Ruiz, everyone was saying, oh, we all know what he has to do to beat Ruiz, right? And I was going to say, it's similar with Usyk in terms of everyone saying the same thing. He needs to be aggressive. But with Usyk, he's not Ruiz. And this guy, he's a different type of cat, this guy. And he's not, it just could be a case that, what's his name? Usyk is just too good for AJ. The point that he'd rather have one fight for all the belts rather than having to have two very difficult fights for all the belts. So I think, I do hope that, somehow they do agree a step aside deal because, as an AJ fan, I'd like to see him have that opportunity because he's fought people that, anyone could admit, right? His resume is the top of the heavyweight guys, regardless of, who other people have beaten on one occasion or two occasions. If you look at the list, AJ's still up there. And finally, for all these US fans that are saying, oh, AJ's fans are gone quiet. Yeah, that's right. We're humble. We know when we lost. We know when we ain't got too much to shout about. So we can sit back and just, play the sort of role we need to play. But, when things are back looking good again, then you'll hear from us. Trust me.
Shout out to you. Yo, I'm gonna keep the lines moving. That reminds me of that movie and shit. What is it? Isn't it Friday? He's like, shit. We ain't around. We be talking though. N.O. What up? Oh man, that was funny. N.O. New Orleans, are you available? Oh, why are you snoring like that? Dog be snoring hella loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the
Magnolia.
Oh, what's good? And that's top of the morning, you heard me?
What it do?
Ain't nothing, bro. We back to Mr. AJ once again, huh?
You know it, man. He one of the biggest names in boxing.
He one of the biggest names, but he's the biggest name that we know of to my recollection, to take step aside money.
What you mean? Broner more known in America than AJ.
But how big in boxing is Broner, man?
What?
Like, think about it.
Bro,
he took
step aside money. Broner was the next. He was the next big thing. People was trying to pit him against Floyd. He was either the guy to beat Floyd or Lil Bruh to Floyd. Like, come on.
So.
But I give you a bigger name. I give you a bigger name.
Who did he take step aside money to? Before you get off of that, let me break that down.
He took step aside. He took $1.5 million from Floyd to fight Maidana.
So in today's time, AJ would be, I don't know if we can say Floyd, but he's not big as Canelo, so we can't we can't say he flawed, but I mean, you can say AJ is Pacquiao at least.
I don't know who AJ is, right? but even Lennox took step aside money. Didn't he take like $4 million? AJ getting 20.
Well, maybe I see you kind of got me on that. I can't really remember what
AJ
fight. What fight
20,
that was?
Man, AJ getting 20, man. I don't know. I know we Googled it before, man. Lennox took $4 million.
How much he gonna make the fight though? If he taking 20 for step aside, if he take the fight, how much he making?
Bruh, you know AJ make like 30 mil.
Man, you know, man, in his position, that if he take that step aside money, that mean he feel like he can't beat that guy.
Nah, that mean
he can't beat. When Lennox took, all right, look.
That mean
when Lennox took step aside money for a rematch. When Lennox took step aside money for a rematch.
That mean he taking the advice of his
team?
New trainer.
His team?
Remember Ronnie
they don't believe in him. They don't believe in him.
Yeah, but remember Ronnie Shields told us that if he had his way, AJ wouldn't fight Usyk right away. He need time with him. So what if he picked Ronnie?
Because Ronnie, we got to get Ronnie Shields on the show then, because Ronnie Shields, and I think Ronnie Shields will tell you, like, my first fight with him, I don't want to go into a fight like that. I don't believe
he already told us that.
That's what it is.
He already told us he don't want to go straight into a Usyk fight, but if that's what AJ want, that's what he'd be willing to do that. But that's not what he want. That's not what he recommend.
So Ronnie is telling you he don't believe in AJ right now, right?
I mean, if you
want, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If you want to word it like that because you want to be mean, I get you. But the truth is, Ronnie's telling you he needs time with AJ before going into a big fight.
And we basically saying the same thing.
No,
maybe it sound.
No, we not. No,
it sound like I'm coming from a.
No, we not. We saying.
Man, come on, man. We saying the same thing. You saying the same thing I just said. It's just you just sound more politically correct.
Nah, it's totally.
Let's put it like that.
It's totally different because all new trainers and new fighters deserve to have a fight together. But you making it seem like he doing
look at
some
your
bullshit.
chat, Next, look at your chat, bro. They saying the same. We saying the same thing, bro. But look, moving past that, and that wasn't a rematch that I bet you look that up. I bet you it wasn't a rematch that Lennox took that step aside money for. I never seen nobody in a rematch take step aside money beside Broner, and maybe you can name somebody else, but they wasn't the top guy.
I mean,
Broner wasn't the top guy.
Let me ask you a question.
Broner wasn't the top guy.
Let me ask you a question. If Wilder would have took the $20 million that was alleged for him,
he didn't take it.
But I'm asking you a question. If he would have taken the $20 million that was alleged for step aside for him, and you seen the performance he put up in that third fight, would he not be a better fighter today? Would he would we be talking about retirement today?
Check this out, Ness. If somebody raise up a level, like you raise your fight game up to another level, and the other guy raising his level up again, ain't nothing you can do about that. Was Wilder a better fighter than the second fight?
Yeah.
I believe he was.
Me too.
I believe he was. So my thing is,
but imagine if he'd have got them tune-ups that Fury got. Remember Fury got 2 tune-ups? Imagine what Wilder would have turned around and done that this time and took 2 tune-ups.
Would you be saying the same thing if Wilder did what you said, right? What you suggested that Wilder had done,
I suggested
and he never got another fight at, and he never got another shot after that.
I suggested
how would you feel then?
I suggested it before. Remember, I always said.
But what if he never gets that shot? What if he never gets that shot again, though? Then what? Then you'll be like, man, he should have went ahead and took the rematch.
Nah, then you beat up on Usyk. Like, you might never get a shot at Fury.
Man.
You might never get a shot at Fury, but Usyk out there, AJ out there, we all know that. Fury the only one.
So who's the guy? Who's the guy in your eyes, or to the? I'm gonna leave you out of this. Ness. In the public eye, who is the guy? Who's the guy?
Fury and Usyk.
No, man, ain't no Fury. Man, Fury is the guy, man. We gonna find out who's undisputed when they fight.
Yeah, but there's people out there believe Usyk can beat Fury. He was the undisputed at cruiserweight. He's this, huge amateur boxer with all these amateur wins, and he beat AJ. Like, there are people that believe in him, brother.
Who's the people, though? Ness, who's the people? Who's the people, Ness?
Yo, let me see. Let me see if
name somebody credible. Name somebody that's credible that said that.
I'm gonna see. Can I find you some odds on that fight?
Find the odds. I can almost guarantee, man, the odds is not in Usyk's favor, man. I can guarantee you that. Fury is the favorite in that fight, Ness. Whether you want to accept it or not, Fury is the favorite,
I'm
bro.
not saying he not. We gonna see how big of a favorite. That's what matters.
Man, it's gonna be big, man. Man, look at the size difference. And look, this the difference between Fury and AJ.
Size don't win fights. AJ showed us
Fury
that.
uses his size to his advantage, though AJ doesn't know how to do that yet, Ness. If AJ knew how to do that, he'd have beat that guy.
Size don't win fights. Everybody was practically bigger than Wilder.
Man, not that big, man. Look, think about the size difference between Wilder and Fury. What you think is gonna be with him and Usyk? How tall is Usyk, Ness? How much does Usyk weigh? Man, that's gonna be a train wreck, Ness. That's gonna be a train wreck, bro.
I mean,
tell me, how much are you? All right, who are you betting on for that fight? Who is Ness putting his money on for Fury and Usyk?
I'm going with Fury. I'm going with Fury because he beat the heavyweight that I was rooting for, and in my opinion, Wilder was a tougher fight for Fury than AJ.
Say, bro, you refuse to go into that corner and chill like that. I'm with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm with you,
saying,
bro.
like you said, we saying the same thing. We both picking Fury, just for different reasons, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, if AJ take that step aside money, he don't believe in himself. His team don't believe in him.
That's
and
not
the fans,
true.
what the fans? Where's his fans? Like this norm, you talking about AJ. The whole UK normally be in here. Them people know what's up, man. You dig? If that man take that step aside money, bro, I don't want to hear none of his fans come on here talking no more shit about AJ, man. That's my call, Ness. And you know that. Where the UK people at, Ness? Bruh, you do this shit for a living.
Adrian Broner took step aside money. Y'all acting like AJ can't do it.
Who was Broner? Broner was man, come on. Broner was unproven like back then, man. He basically lost the Paulie Malignaggi. I felt like he lost the Paulie fight.
Bro, who was Broner? Broner was Mr. HBO in a time where HBO banned heavyweights. They were invested in Broner, man.
How many pay-per-view sales he sold, Ness?
400,000 in America. How many did AJ sell in America?
At a time when people still was doing a million? At a time when people still was doing a million?
How many pay-per-views has AJ sold in America? None.
He never did one in America. He never did one in America.
And again,
but he did in the
argument.
UK.
Same CYP argument. Same CYP argument. He from the UK. Don't nobody care. In America, Broner sell more. In America, Broner tickets is more. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well, for now on, don't put AJ on that pedestal then. When somebody calling talking about AJ ain't nobody, you got to stay out of it. You can't have it both ways, bro. Either he's somebody or he not.
He is.
We saying he nobody.
He is.
We saying he nobody. So when somebody calling saying that, don't debate him. All right, you know what? He's nobody in the U.S., so he can take step aside money. Because he's not on that level.
No,
if Canelo did that, you'll be on Canelo ass.
No, you're not listening.
You're
not listening. You hearing what you want to hear. I'm saying Broner is on that level. Broner's in America, he's more known than AJ, and he took step aside. So how the fuck can Broner do it and not AJ?
If Broner kind of been doing a pay-per-view, let's say next month. Wait, that's not realistic. Let's say they do a pay-per-view in June. How many pay-per-view sales they buying?
It ain't gonna be on pay-per-view.
Because Broner is somebody. Because Broner is somebody. How many pay-per-view sales they do?
You're not listening. Even AJ didn't do a pay-per-view in America. So why the fuck would they do Conor Benn? AJ had a Mexican and they didn't do pay-per-view. Why would Conor Benn and Broner be on pay-per-view? It's gonna be pay-per-view in the UK and it'll be on Showtime. Broner's a Showtime fighter. What's the next question?
Man. You know what, Ness, bro? I'm gonna let you have it because all of a sudden, Broner this all-out superstar. He could have been. Ness, we talking about somebody that could have been what you saying. He had his opportunity and he blew it.
Why is you saying all of a sudden? Why is you saying all of a sudden? I still be telling y'all Broner Danny's big. Broner Crawford's big. Look at what Conor Benn just said on this show. Son of a legend. Broner Conor Benn is big. What are you talking about, Chan?
So you saying he a good gatekeeper? That's what you saying?
Call him what
That's
you
basically
like.
what you saying. Broner is a good. gatekeeper. He gonna help you do numbers and everything. But
call him what you like. Just know that they're gonna be calling you to see if you're doing a fight party when he fight. Damn, that shit even rhymed. Wow.
Did what you saying though? You did what you saying, Ness. He basically, we were saying the same thing about Sean Porter at one time. You put Braun in the same position since Porter retired. He's the new gatekeeper.
I even try to get Porter.
Fight you just said.
I even try to get Porter the Ben fight. I talked to Ken about it on camera with Eddie.
Man, I don't know that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let you have it, bro. So, Braun is a superstar. I was wrong. You was right.
I ain't saying super. I ain't saying super. He definitely a star in boxing.
He's no. You think he bigger than Mikey Garcia? I don't think he ain't bigger than Mikey,
bruh.
And Mikey ain't big.
He fought Mikey. Mikey ain't big, but he making 7.
So he made Mikey. He made Mikey what he is today. What you say? He made Mikey.
What was the order? What was the order? Did Mikey go on pay-per-view before or after Broner? After Broner.
He went on after Broner.
So what did he need? He needed Broner's. He needed to be introduced to Broner's urban audience. Stop trying to act
man. He fought Spence, man. Bruh. He fought Spence. Spence made him the star he is, man. It wasn't Broner.
Broner put him on that level.
Nobody knew about Mikey before Broner.
I ain't saying that, but Broner prepped him for pay-per-view.
Man, Broner ain't prepped this man for pay-per-view. He took the Spence fight.
Hey, yo,
that's what made the pay-per-view.
Did Broner not prep Maidana for pay-per-view?
Who prepped Sean Porter for pay-per-view? Who prepped him?
Motherfucking the Danny Garcia fight, remember? Wait, that's how he got the belt.
Come on, man.
Champ.
Man.
You fought a popular Puerto Rican. You fought a popular Puerto Rican for a vacant belt, won the belt. What you mean?
How many views they did, bro?
Who prepped Ugas? Who prepped Ugas? Pacquiao fight.
It was Pacquiao. Pacquiao.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Pacquiao prepped it. Why you think Crawford and Spence they want that? That's instant pay-per-view sale.
Facts is facts.
Why you think? All right, check this out. Keith Thurman fought Pacquiao. How many buys did they do?
600.
How many buys?
600, 500.
They did 500. How many views is Keith Thurman going to do with this guy he about to fight next?
Barrios.
How many buys?
Easy.
How many pay-per-view buys?
Easy 300K, man.
Man, you think them people doing 300,000 buys?
Hell no.
Unless you lost your goddamn mind, man. Unless you lost your mind, man.
It was a
you
joke.
That. You saying they gonna do 300,000 buys? Him and that guy.
Brother, it's a joke. I was joking, man. Before they cut my audio right there, 300. 300.
You know what? I know you ain't gonna say a number because I already know. I know you ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you what the number gonna be. Thurman and this guy, bruh, they might crack 160. Maybe.
Damn, he gonna do more than the Charlos by himself. He doing more than the Charlos by himself and more than the Amir Khan versus Crawford. You wildin'.
Now I said it might. Now you heard what I said. I said might. I think it might do less. So if he did 500 with Pacquiao and his next pay-per-view he do 100 and some thousand, that's a flop. That's a flop, man. Keith Thurman not a star. And we putting that on air right now. TBV just realized Keith Thurman is not a star because you have a drop from 500,000 to 100 and something. That technically you not a star, Ness.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
That's facts. No, we gonna admit that.
Meanwhile, the son
of a legend. Do a show about that?
Meanwhile, the son of a legend. Meanwhile, the son of a legend calling out Broner, man. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Are you gonna do a show when we see those numbers, Ness? Are you gonna do a show on the downfall of Keith Thurman? Where did he go wrong? Are we gonna do that show?
He went wrong in fighting a tank victim.
Right.
You got 2 tank victims on the card, man.
But if you're a star, if you asking for $10 million and you this big of a star, are you gonna have that big of a drop? Now we talking about other fighters like Spence. Spence numbers went down 20,000.
He just did an interview. 30,000. He just did an interview. He never asked for 10 million.
That's what Bomac said. Bomac said he asked for 10.
Bomac got false information from Top Rank.
Man, Bomac and was Crawford partner there. Both of them said he asked for the 10.
Bruh, Thurman just said in an interview with Brian Custard, I think, or somebody, everybody know, bruh, it's not true. I knew it wasn't true.
How you knew it wasn't true? Now you saw the text message from Bomac, so you didn't see the text message from Bomac.
Man, come on, man. Text message from who? Bruce Trampler? Todd DeBuff? Bob Arum?
Bomac, man.
Yeah, but who sent them the text saying that Keith asked for 10? I gotta go. You out here tripping, taking me down memory lane. Listen, I got a cash app from Arthur, a.k.a. Hawk. He said TBV, #1, the rest, cookie cutter. Yo, Ness. What up, Hawk? What up? If you want Blog Talk, I ain't go to you because you ain't press 1. Gotta press 1 if you want to have some fun right here on TBV. Voice of the people. There is no equal. You already know. 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion on the Voice of the People hotline. I got Sony in Cincinnati. What up? While we wait for Sony in Cincinnati, we got Troy from the Troy Graham Experience. CYP, you have a new sub, the Troy Graham Experience. James Benitez, wasn't hard to be better than the second fight. Dang, he talking about Wilder again. The hate is real. No Sony, all right, means you're driving around. I got you. Looks like G Trey, what it do? No Trey in the Bay, no Trey in the Bay, no Trey in the Bay. We got Brandon with the boomerang. What up? Well, all right. No Brandon either. No use of the boomerang. And we don't have any odds out for Usyk and Fury that me or my team could find. But we do have odds on White Fury, Joshua Usyk, and Joshua Fury. That's crazy that we don't have anything for Fury Usyk. If anybody can find it, maybe you guys know something, put it in the chat. That would be good before we close out the show to know if there's any odds out there for Fury Usyk. That's so crazy. Let me do my own Google search. I can't believe that hasn't showed up. It's shocking that ProBox wouldn't have it, right? I think it's ProBox. Let me see. Odds. Fury Usyk odds. What is this? Box Live. Let's see if they have something. They have shit. It's that UK shit. 2.5 to 2-1. What is that? Minus 250 plus 200. So that's right there with the Wilder Fury, bro. And that's right there with the fucking AJ Usyk was a little less. It was like 190 to 160. You know, I'm telling you, they believe in this fucking guy. I don't know. They believe in him. He's a plus 200, bro. Plus 200. He's 35 years old. Tyson is 6'9". He's 6'3". 85-inch reach for fucking Tyson. 78 for Usyk, but Usyk's a southpaw. That's the that's where it is. Now, you know, Tyson is a favorite. He is a favorite, but again, he's only a minus 250. That's not a lot. You got to put 250 just to make 100. It's not a lot. Not a lot. And that's no betting coming in. Once the bets start coming in and the Usyk fans start betting and the Fury fans, this will change. But Fury has opened up as a favorite. Usyk is a 2-1. Fury is a 2.5. You know, minus 250. That's pretty interesting. And, you know, Fury would be undefeated if he fights Usyk. Usyk would be undefeated. You know, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. And he's a southpaw. When's the last time Fury even faced the southpaw? Oh, Valine. And that didn't go well. Let's see before then. You know, it's funny because Fury doesn't get nearly as much hate as Thurman for Thurman's fight with, like, I don't know, Josecito Lopez. Thurman, had one bad round and he lost the fight. Fury, had 47 stitches and somehow he's the G in that fight with Valine. That was a southpaw. That was 2019. I don't think Schwartz was a southpaw. He's inactive. My man, at least he got 2 fights after Fury. It doesn't even say, what is he? Orthodox. So Wilder's orthodox. Pianeta, this shouldn't even matter. These guys were like midgets. Wow, he's 6'5". That's crazy. He looks so much shorter. He is southpaw. Okay, so that's 2 southpaws. We got Stefa Safari. What was he? Orthodox. Obviously, Vlad was orthodox. Hammer. I think Hammer's southpaw, right? Orthodox. Chisora definitely orthodox. Abel orthodox, right? Let me double check. Abel. Joey Abel. Southpaw. Okay, so that's what, 3? He racking them up. I guess that's it, because that's already going too far back. But, not bad. Not bad. I guess, but again, none of those southpaws, Abel and fucking Valine, they don't have the movement of Usyk, or the experience. That amateur experience definitely comes into play. We got Ra in Baltimore. What up?
Who wins, Newark or Baltimore?
You out here tripping every day. You with this? We gonna let them dudes fight. We gonna let them dudes fight. I ain't picking, man. I ain't picking. Listen, I hope one day you call in and you really asking that question, because that fight's really happening. Because you got to think about it, man. Shakur versus Tank is not gonna be easy to make.
Yeah, I know. I mean, off of the strength of who Tank with, you know what I mean? I can't stand him, yo. I wrote a song about him. I cannot stand. Like, if I see him face to face, it's gonna be.
You can't just say that and go. You wrote a song about Floyd?
Yeah.
You wrote a song about Floyd. What? Hating on Tank? Like, what's the synopsis?
Nah. I wrote a song about just calling him out, just saying like, I can send it to you, yo. I can send it to your email. Just send it to me on Instagram.
Hit me up.
You know what I mean? But all right. Hey, yo. But that Valadez fighting though. That Valadez fight going to definitely go down. I like
But you
I like
Shakur.
Newark in that. Of course, yeah. Shakur going, once he gets them bouts, I mean, it's going to be hard to get him back. I mean, Tank don't be the only one to get. I got Shakur.
Tank not even
in
his
Loma
division.
In a good
you
fight.
Keep putting Tank and Shakur. He's not even in the same division.
But Shakur saying he's willing to go up though. Shakur really want to be great. I
ain't
don't know
say that. Shakur said one day him and Tank in the future would be a big fight. He ain't say he willing to go up to fight Tank.
If Tank take up 35 and fight him, I guarantee you Shakur will make that weight. It take that. I guarantee you.
Send me a link, man, where he said that.
Nah, he didn't. I'm saying he wants to fight. They asked him. I mean, Shakur wants that fight. Shakur wants to be great. He really wants to be great. Tank, I don't know. I mean, he just letting he be in the sun for real. Floyd just sunning him for real. So, I mean, it don't seem like he want to be. He's scared to be great, because if he really wanted to be great, he'd break off on his own and start giving us the fights that he want to see and start going at dudes, you know what I mean, that everybody's saying they want to see him fight. And I mean, it's crazy because, like, you got strength, you got speed, but yet you don't believe in yourself to manage yourself. That's why he don't want to leave, because he's scared he gonna make the wrong moves. So
I hear you,
cool,
man.
like fuck that.
I hear you. He making the right moves.
You know what I mean?
That's all I see. I see him making the right moves.
Yeah, he not after a legacy. He making the right moves as far as money. Yeah, he gonna make right moves as far as
Legacy
money.
too. He fought a 2-time world champion and he fought a 3-time world champion.
Who? Who?
You
Pedraza?
know who? You know who?
Pedraza?
Yep.
That's his best win.
And
his
Leo.
best win.
You can't talk about Leo that way. Leo hold wins over
Leo
Abner.
is not.
What?
Nash,
Yo,
you
listen
know
to me.
that Leo is not even.
Hold on. Before you try to discredit Leo, remember that he beat Carl Frampton before Jamel Herring, who's Shakur's biggest win. Stop it. Be careful. Stop it and be careful.
Yo, what weight did they fight at, Matt?
Jamel Herring's biggest win is an old, blown up Carl Frampton, and that's Shakur's biggest win. So stop. Don't do that. Don't diminish.
What way did Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz did it first. That's all you need to know. He lost to him.
What weight
he lost
is he
to
though?
him, and then he turned around and got the rematch and did it to him.
Santa Cruz is 120. He moved up 2 weight classes to fight that boy. Not anybody would have took that fight.
He fought Carl Frampton at his real weight when he was really great.
Who? Herring or Frampton?
Leo fought
Leo
the real
beat
Herring.
Frampton.
Yeah, he beat Frampton.
He fought the real Jamel Herring.
He beat Frampton. He lost the first fight, but he beat him in the second fight. He showed levels.
They had a rematch.
Yeah,
they had a rematch.
He beat Abner twice too. Come on, man, you can't. Abner's the first dude Tank wanted to fight. Remember that? That fight got canceled because of the
I remember that.
That fight got canceled because of the eye. Stop trying to play. Stop trying to play Tank out, man. His resume is decent.
Nah, yo, his resume is padded,
No, it ain't.
Padded.
Isaac Cruz, Ryan Garcia trying to send life-changing offers to Ryan. How his resume padded, but everybody want to fight his dudes.
Fight who dudes?
What you mean? Everybody.
Ryan Garcia?
Listen to me. You fight Tank. It's like fighting Floyd. You fight Tank, and next you got a big fight coming back. Barrios gets knocked out. He fighting fucking Thurman on pay-per-view. Leo gets knocked out. He on a pay-per-view. Isaac gets slept. He getting offered big money by Ryan Garcia. Gamboa gets slept. He get offered big money by Devin. Stop what you saying, man. I gotta go. I got to go. I'm telling you, people talk about Tank, but he turning niggas into stars out here, man. He getting you your biggest payday and then your next biggest payday. He should get a percentage of. He should fucking get what promoters get. He should get options on you. Like, motherfucker, you fighting me, your next fight gonna be great. I want a percentage, man. Can't say the same for these other dudes. Tank turning his opponents into options. Not giving them options. They becoming options for everybody else. This shit is just the truth. Tank beat Pedraza. Fucking Top Rank picked his ass up. Hold up. Wait, we can use everything that you got. Come on. Like, name a... Now y'all gonna make me go through Tank opponent. Like, Hugo Ruiz ended up on somebody else's fucking resume, bruh. Anything Tank do, they want to go and do it. And stop acting like we don't like Rolly versus Devin. But as soon as it was Tank versus Rolly, oh, crybabies. Come on, man. Y'all just, I don't know. This shit crazy out here. But we got Trav FDY. Fat $10 super chat. And he got the cap emoji. He says, Capper Ben, play on words on the counter, Ben. Capper Ben said he wasn't aware he had to enroll in the clean boxing program because he was on holiday. He was ranked by the WBC before, and I yelled because he had it all caps. He fought Algieri. By the way, dumb move, not fighting for the IBO world title. I know, the IBO not getting the shot in the welterweight these days. Boots was going to fight for it. That never happened. Motherfucking Formella had it, dropped it, or rather defended it versus Porter. Porter won it, never, didn't even win it. He didn't accept it. It's a Thulani curse, man. Thulani cursed that shit. It's all because Crawford didn't take that Thulani IBO unification with the WBO, get the both O's on your side, but that's why it never happened, I think, man. The Thulani curse. Shout out to Thulani that made it to number 5 in the BC, man. I want to see him get his shot, man. I don't want his career to be over and him just be a joke on TBV. Like, I need him to come back, get a nice little win over somebody. Him and Ben will be a good fight. I mean, not Ben. I don't know that he could take Ennis's punches, but I'd be interested to see what Ennis do because Formella won the fight by outboxing Thulani. So Thulani's pretty long, but he's a sucker to get hit. So it would be interesting to see, especially since Ennis can't get opponents, right? Right. Let's see. We got Ricky in Florida. What up?
What up, Ness? Can you hear me, family?
Mm-hmm. Show do.
Yeah. On the topic of the show, I don't know what Joshua should do. It depends on where his heart at. As a Wilder fan, I'm sorry that we never got that fight, but I'm rooting for Joshua if he fight Fury or Usyk. I'm rooting for the black man for sure. But I don't know if he got the heart to beat Usyk, and I don't think he want to show that he ain't got the heart, so I don't know if he going to take the step aside. I think the step aside could be beneficial, but I don't know. I just don't know if the right choice in this situation is almost damn if you do it, damn if you don't, to me. Because either way, you're going to look a certain type of way. As far as I wanted to touch on, they talking about Broner, man. Broner was definitely a superstar. Cats want to act like they forget, but Broner was the man. Dudes was talking about Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner. Let's never forget, a lot of these dudes was hanging around Broner trying to get some of that clout that Broner had. Whether it be Earl Spence or Tank Davis or the Charlos. All these dudes
Robert
hanging
Easter,
around Broner trying to get that clout.
Robert Easter,
So
Roxy
let's
Warman.
not forget, Robert Easter, all these dudes. Let's not forget about that. Broner was the one out here rapping, having sex tapes all over the social media. First one to go viral, the Can Man. Let's not forget about this, man. We talk about Adrian Broner. Took every fight PBC tried to give him. Took every fight. Took one step aside, which made sense, because he was promised to get the Floyd fight. So let's not forget about who Broner really is in the game. And at one point, Broner versus Crawford was a bigger fight than Earl versus Crawford. Let's not forget about that. So that's just my talk. That's what I want to say about Broner. That's my call, man.
Yeah, I think there was a time when Broner was at 35 and just left, maybe, for him and Crawford. But there was conversations. I remember interviewing Broner when we was friends, and I asked him about Bud. He said, "Man, the only thing we from Nebraska we smoke is Bud." That interview's out there. I'm like, oh, why? Oh, why? Let me see here. I got a bunch of callers on Blog Talk. You gotta press that 1 if you want me to get to you, letting me know that you're available and free from work. Looks like we got Coach J-Mac on the line. Are you up to date, my friend? Are you available? And that's a possible yes. Yes, he is.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. Shit is whack. So official with it, gonna check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, AJ taking step aside.
That's what AJ feel like. That's in the best interest of his career, as far as getting preparation. Because that 12 round said it all. Man looked like he's about to have a panic attack in the ring, and Usyk was about to stop his ass. I felt like they stopped the fight earlier or some shit. So if he need to go get his mind right, and 20 million is a great payday, so be it. As far as how he looked and viewed for it, that's all up to him. Broner was never a fucking star. Niggas are delusional talking that shit on here. Broner was in path on being one. He linked himself up to Floyd, and he was about to bust. He just started getting his ass whipped. So we gotta keep the facts. Y'all just was fans of that dumb shit, all the antics outside of the ring. Don't make what y'all view stardom and put it out there like it was realistic and stuff. Broner was on path to being a star. The other topic, Keith Thurman, we ain't gonna even see them numbers. We already know what they do. When them numbers don't report, they don't report them. They keep them hidden. They put them in the archives, just like they did the last so-called pay-per-view star. That's my first call.
Yeah, man, I don't know. You probably wasn't watching boxing back then, man. Broner been a star. It was easier to know who's a star back then because it was only really two networks too. You had the ESPN Friday Night Fights, which was $25,000 to $50,000 budget, and then you had Showtime and HBO. On Showtime, you would get Championship Boxing. On HBO, you would get HBO Championship Boxing. Both had their series underneath that. One was Boxing After Dark. The other was Showbox, which Showbox is back, guys. And it's a nice card. What a perfect segue. I'm probably going to try and bring it up tonight as well on the flagship show because I think this is for February. Let me see Showbox. All right, let me see. Boop. Yep, this is it. Good card here. It's actually here in Orlando, Keem. Where you at? You're not on. Fuck. But let Keem know. Very good card in Orlando happening. And wait, damn, is this the one? Is this the one? Orlando, Florida. This is... not it. Unless, let me keep looking here. Sorry. Full card. Nope. Shit, I'm gonna have to go through the whole fucking email now. I just seen it yesterday. I was reading it. It's got some good fights. Hold up. Bear with me. Damn, yo, Hugo the Boss Centennial. He's fighting on the Detroit Brawl, bro. I wonder what he did to, like, not be with Al anymore, right? Fuck. That's gotta suck, bro. Not being under that blanket. You on some, he fighting on some off TV, build yourself back up card. That's crazy. I'm just going through all these emails now because I can't find. Here we go. This is the one. Undefeated lightweight prospect Jaime, or is it Jamie Ortiz? I don't know if you guys remember him. He last had a very tough fight on Showbox, I believe. Let me just look it up. Where he got bloody. Yeah. Okay, well, that might have been ESPN, right? With the Adorno fight, yeah, where he got a draw that he should have not got a draw. He should have won, I believe, that Adorno fight. So he's taking on Nahir Albright. That's a good fight, man. This is a good fight. I don't know if you guys know Albright, but decent fighter. He beat Michael Dutch over. I don't know if you know him. But he also, I think, ain't this the guy that beat JT's guy, Big Fish JT's guy, Jeremy Hill. He beat him on Showbox. We bet on that fight, no money, but he like, yo, I'm rolling with my guy. and I was rolling with my guy. Actually, this dude lost twice, Jeremy Hill. Because my guy at the time wasn't even. It was Steven Ortiz that beat him. Albright beat him after Steven Ortiz, but Jeremy Hill is JT's guy. And I'm just saying, Albright is not a bum. This is a good fight for Ortiz, right? So then you got that fight. Next, and this is also in Florida. This one is happening on Friday, February 18th in Orlando. It's a decent card. Shout out to King's Promotions. They also have and Ortiz, the one that I'm telling you about, Jaime, who's fighting in the main event. He shared the ring in the amateurs with Jaron Ennis and Teofimo Lopez. And he himself had a great amateur career. And then you got Joe George facing Sean Hemphill. Now, Sean Hemphill is either a JT guy or one of my guys who's from Orlando and is trained by, let me double check. This is JT, guys. This is JT guy. And he's undefeated. So JT's been telling me about this guy for some time. He's never fought a 10-rounder, but this is an 8-rounder. And he has been in 3 8-rounders, this making it his last 8-rounder. And I believe Hemphill beat on Showbox, maybe. Let me see. It definitely isn't Jason. I thought that Jason was the Dominican, but this guy's Colombian. It got to be the fight that I see must be this fight in the Philadelphia arena, the 2300 arena with Robert Burwell, but I don't know. That being said, Hemphill's undefeated. He's obviously one of our community members, friends or something. I know JT knows him. He put me on him a while ago. So that's another fight of the battle of the undefeated. You got Joe George, who I don't know, but he's undefeated, 11-0, 7 KOs, but he's facing, the B side obviously is Sean, but we know him by, association. You know what I mean? So Joe George, on the other hand, is from Houston, and shit. Okay. He beat Escudero twice. Escudero is the Brazilian or Argentinian, that's trained by Kevin Cunningham. Nasty. And he didn't beat Oscar Rivas. Instead, he beat Oscar Rijas. But yeah, those 2 wins over Escobedo is good. Escobedo, he spars every day with fucking Erickson Lubin, and he gets elite level sparring with Andre Durrell, and he's trained by Kevin. That's a good win. And no bullshit, but I like this guy's BoxRec pick. You know how bad BoxRec picks are out here. And this guy, he got the mean mug on his. He looked like he a fighter. Look at this face. He looked like he ready for a face-off right here. I like it. He made it even better. See, I didn't know Joseph George. And he's definitely facing Sean Hemphill. So this is going to be interesting. Again, there's one other card on here. Let me see. The telecast opens up with Paul Crow, the welterweight that beat Luke Santamaria, 9-0, 6 KOs. Gets all that sparring with Jaron Ennis, and he's fighting Marquise Taylor. This is another good fight, man. I'm excited. Taylor, I'm going to pull him up for you. He's been in there with Jeremy Nichols. Obviously got the draw to Luke Santamaria. No contest to Kermit Cintron. But that's the bulk of it. Nothing else really sticks out. He holds a loss to Ladarius Miller when they were both early on in their career. Ladarius was 6-0, and obviously, he got the win. That's why he ended up with TMT. So for Crow, he should get the win, but the thing is, this guy is 6'1", and He's on a 2-fight win streak. You know, it depends what side of the street you were on when he fought Luke Santamaria. We all know I'm a Santamaria guy, so I seen it the way I seen it, you know. And again, this is an opportunity for Taylor. He's on Showbox. He's on TV. It's the big stage. He's 28. It's more about what does Crow do, to be honest, right? Because he's this up-and-coming welterweight that believes he belongs on the stage with the Earls and the Ennises and the Crawfords. You know what I mean? You guys have heard him on this show. He's a slick talking, ready to do it type of guy, and he's only 9-0. And again, his win over Santamaria was sweet. He did that in true Philadelphia fashion. You know, skill, slickness, avoiding shots. He did get hurt to the body, you know. But he also got the win over Sanar Bunch. I don't know if y'all know, but Sanar Bunch out here ripping through dudes right now. He linked up with Chino Rivera, and he's been on a tear. He hasn't lost, and let me tell you in how long. He's got 3 straight wins since that Figueroa Boca Chica fight. Remember, that is a fight people thought he won. That was on Showbox. But before that, he hadn't lost since he lost to Paul Crow, you know. So Sanard is 18-1 with 15 KOs, and he's ripping through shit. He just fought in the same arena that they're going to be fighting at the Caribe Orlando. A lot of fights coming to Orlando, but that's your 3-fight card. It's crazy they got Paul opening up. How the fuck is he opening up? It's crazy, bro. They sleeping on his welterweight. How old is Paul, man? Let me double check this, because fuck if he ain't getting old, bro. He got to hurry up. 26, man. 9 fights, 26. Danny was 27. I always go to Danny. But, you know, he was 27 years old. Already 2-division champ. You know what I'm saying? Unified. And fought all the names at 140. But Crow got skills, man. He got skills. His nickname's the Punisher. 9-0, 6 KOs. That's not a bad knockout ratio. Hopefully, you know, you guys tune in the Showbox. I'm already paying for that shit since the Castaño fight. So I'll be watching that. Live fight chat up if y'all want, you know. We got James Benitez, double super chat back-to-back, making it his 3rd of the day. To this day. Broner is still more relevant than J-Mac favorite fighter. Mr. HBO, this guy has fighters that came up from his fame. Promoters never said he can't sell. James Benitez back on another one. Be honest. Look at Boot's resume. Does he deserve to be mentioned in the same sentence with Earl, Bud, Ugas? Ben got a real resume. Hashtag just saying. I mean, we got Keem. I was asking about you because it's like, yo, this fight is happening in your soil, February 18th, man. That's a beautiful Valentine's Day gift. You and your lady, go see that triple header, fire little car of up and comers. You know, just in case you're jumping on, I'll tell you quickly again. Jamie Ortiz versus Naher Albright. That's going to be a good fight. Then obviously the Paul Crow fight versus Marquise Taylor. And then you got Joe George versus Sean Hempfield, who's fucking JT's guy. That's in your area, man. Look it up. If you need this press release, I could get it to you for more information and shit like that. But it's worth watching. If you ain't going, tune in the Showbox. You know, keep that series alive. These are really good fights. Again, shout out to King's Promotion, Marshall Kaufman, the father of what the fuck is his name? Travis Kaufman, is it? The one that fought Luis Ortiz, is his name Travis? Fuck, I don't want to mess it up. He turned into a trainer now too. But yeah, man, shout out to them. This is a good ass decent card for Showbox, because you know they all got budgets, man. You know, this is a budget, so they put some decent names on here with a budget, man. This is a good ass card. Looks like I got some new callers though. Keem, I'll start with you since you're just jumping on. Are you available? If not, you are.
Wait a minute. You say you know boxing?
Yeah.
What is a
Maybe I don't know.
Tell me what a pool counter is.
Pool counter. I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been.
Fair shake. HBO need to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm gonna cut you off before you even
Yo.
start. Before
Oh,
you even
go ahead.
start, I'm cutting you off. Like, I just seen the clip of this. I don't know who sent it to me, but I seen the whole clip of this. To see it and hear it is two different things. Cause yo, like, he was dead serious that he never heard of a pull counter and shit. And this was for the McGregor fight. This was for the McGregor fight. He's like, yo, bruh, to see his face, that shit made this intro all the more better.
You guys see the whole clip. He told Senior, man, you made that up. That's your term.
Yeah, no, I seen it. They was all at a big ass desk. I guess it was Fox Studio or ESPN. That shit was sad.
Yeah, that
to
was
see it.
Undisputed, man. That's him and Shannon show. That's like Fox's biggest sports show, I think, or one of their biggest sports shows. But yo, where's that card at? Over here in Orlando at the Caribbean Royale?
Yes.
Because I seen, man, I was mad. I tuned on Showbox last time when they had all the Dominican kids on, and it was in Orlando. I ain't even know, man. I'm like, I could have been there.
Gotta hit your friend
That's
up.
a nice venue.
Gotta hit your friend up, man, and I'll let you know. Man, I'm trying to go to Orlando, man.
You know, Joseph Adorno signed with Undisputed Promotions out here in Orlando. He's fighting February 26th.
I see him over there in the gym with Coach Nelson. I see him.
Yeah, Evolution over there in Orlando.
I'm on everything.
Yeah, he fighting the 26th. That's actually a pretty big card, the 26th, man. But yeah, that's what I ain't really had. But I just jumped on, so I don't even really know what you're talking about. So I'm glad you brought that up, cause I'm gonna be in there, man. If you we watched the Havoc card last time, man. That's the same spot.
Word,
that's where it's
at.
It's at that Caribbean Royale. That's the same place we went and watched that Havoc card.
Oh, that is
where they had Elon De Jesus on there.
Yeah. Where he got the big knockout.
Yeah,
and Edgar Berlanga was right there.
Matter of fact, you remember the Panamanian cat we ran into, Cesar Francis, the dude he won by knockout.
Yes.
The Rain Man.
Yeah.
He's fighting.
Yo, but is it
Muhammad dude?
Wait a minute. Is it Caesar or is it Ibn?
Nah, I think it's Caesar, right? Caesar Francis.
I know he's
Caesar,
Panamanian,
like
but wow, okay. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he fighting Midi's fighter that Muhammad.
Get out of here, Mumin. He fighting Mumin. When?
Yeah, Mumin, whatever they fighting. But that's gonna be like a step up fight for that kid, man. I don't know if it's gonna be out here, but
for Ibn,
yeah, I know that's going
man.
down.
Yo, Mumin lost already, and he ain't got power. But Ibn got power.
But he been out here. He been in the ring with, you know what I mean, with some names. That's gonna be a step up for that kid. I don't think he fought nobody like that yet.
Yeah, I hear you about that, but that kid is ready. That kid is
ready.
He's
good.
Ain't he from the New York
he's tall
area
too for 140.
Ain't he from the New York area?
Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah, nah.
He's from
he
Brooklyn,
ready.
I think he said, because he kind of talk like Chris Colbert.
He ready, man. You get that sparring in the East Coast, man. It's real sparring out here, man.
But yeah, I ain't got much, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Cards, lot of great building, sparring, man.
All right, champ. A lot of great sparring in LA, especially if you need that Mexican style. But you got a lot of elites out here. It's small. It's not as spread out. You got the tri-state area. That shit is all right there. Boop, 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 boop. You could go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, man, you had Chad Dawson in CT, you know? Then you had Marcus Brown, Daniel Jacobs, Peter Quillen, Nikita Abaali. Fuck, man. I mean, oh, my God. It's just so many. That's only, like, 60s. And, well, now 75s and shit. Like, bro, it's so many. Staten Island is there, Brooklyn, everything is just, it's too much. Then you go drop down to Philly. It's a lot of sparring out here, man. Philly is Baltimore, so much. It's just so much. So much. So, I don't know. Let's see here. We got Big Fish Vega. What up? Big Fish, can you make 47? Might have you a fighter again. Wasn't you gonna make 47 for Devontae?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
All right. You said, can I make 147?
What was you?
I'm
No, I'm not
165
asking you
right.
to. I'm not asking you to. I'm asking what weight were you gonna fight Best Dad Ever?
It was gonna be 160.
Okay. So
but I can make 154
Never
for
mind.
sure.
Never mind. I got a 60-pounder for you. 38 years old. How
Okay.
old are you?
32.
Ooh, okay. So that you know, I got shitload of footage. He sent me a shitload of footage yesterday. He's 38. He's willing to fight for April 2nd date. He sounds like he could be Latino. His name is Paul Alonso. He's 5'6", 190, but he'll be ready for 160s by then.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, as long as he can make weight, I'm down.
No,
listen, man. I don't want for no
he
smoke.
spars. He says he spars, so you better be sparring. He spars. I seen you
Hey.
running though. I seen you running.
Yeah, I be running.
But this guy
I'm
is
in the
totally
gym. I'm in the
ready
gym.
and available. So I got you a fight, and I got sparring for you. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to the back call because I'm sure you're gonna show it to them anyway, right?
Most likely, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna start sparring soon myself. So,
I'll post it in
and
the
then
back
also
call.
some of the Florida boys over here, we talked about it as well.
You better get with Keem. I mean, my man out here sparring. I mean, maybe this ain't the fight for you too. You know, you take it up with your team and let me know. But I got you an option for sure.
All right, yeah, no doubt, man. I heard y'all was talking about a Florida card too. You said when is that?
Yeah, that's in Orlando.
I'm always down to ride.
February
Shit.
18th in Orlando. A very, very good, prospect card, if you want to call it that. Or, contenders. To me, fuck, this shit crashed. Trying to do this. All right. But, yeah, I'm going to get these videos to you as we speak. Let me see. I think that's everybody. Looks like J Mac is not on to give you your boomerang. Next GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. Tonight at 7 p.m. Guaranteed we got our flagship show where we're going to be making our predictions on Gary Russell, who's back this weekend. The only fight on the fucking weekend of the weekend. So, yeah, tonight, we'll be discussing that and any other news and notes, which there are a lot. I never got to do that Charlo show that I told you about, so we'll be talking that and a few other things, bunch of news and notes that we got. The Ryan Tevin, we never got to talk about that, and hopefully I can lock in Tevin, who hasn't texted me back since he said it was good and all that other stuff, right? But, yeah. To the next one, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.